Hey everybody, we're back and I want to talk about this Green Lantern comic that's coming to the DC platform right away, you guys. Now let's go over this because it's coming tomorrow and this is a very, very nice comic. And in my opinion, I think you should go for it because I'm definitely going to go for it. It's a very important comic in the real world. And I want to give you a little bit of background about it, about the character, his importance for specifically with Black History Month. This is a very nice comic and it has some really good in real world value. So it's a really nice one to go for on the DC platform. So if you do like it, I want to know, you got to let me know if you're going to be going for this. Please let me know for sure, because I think it's a decent one to go for on the DC platform. So here it is right here. It's Green Lantern 87. We'll just jump right into this. Okay, it's John Stewart, the first appearance, okay, which is really cool. He's like another Green Lantern, which is great. 1970 or so, 1971. That's about the time period of this comic. And like I said, he's not the first Black superhero on DC. And I will actually show you a good selection of the superheroes, the Black superheroes that came along around his time and before. But he is probably the most famous early one, right? And that's what kind of makes this one bigger than some of the others. If you head over, and by the way, there's only 5,000 of these ones, I believe. So it's going to be another one of those scarce DC drops again that we always get on the platform, which is cool. So, it's definitely one that I'll go for. I don't go for all the comics there, but I go for certain ones that I really like. Now, here is the actual Go Collect of this particular comic right here. So you can see right here, now I don't have a full account, so you can't see the 9.8 price, but there's about 34 graded. So, there's an okay amount of 9.8s, but look at the 9.6, a fair market value of about $3,400. So it's a decent comic. Like I said, it is not a junker comic. It is a good one. It's definitely one that I think, would be fun to have. I don't know how much it's going to be worth on DC. You'll probably get the common for about $10 or something like that, afterwards, probably somewhere around retail, which is totally fine by me. Like this is long term, but you could get up to that legendary, or even you could get up to that epic, right? Which is pretty cool. And if you can actually see the rarities right here, they're all down here. There you go. The common, the uncommon, the rare, the epic, the legendary, same as normal. But look at the uncommon. We can check it out because it's the fun one to look at because it has all the beat up stuff on it. Look, there's some tape up here, and there's some big splats right here and the big rip and stuff like that, and some discoloration. It's actually pretty fun. It looks like a comic that you'd actually would have gotten read, for sure. So it's actually pretty fun, right? So you can see the graded value. There's about 60 at a 9.6 that are graded. 124 to 9.2, it's about $1,200. So it's pretty good. There's a decent amount of them, but this actually has decent value. So if you switch over to eBay, for example, because, we're just trying to get a sense of what it's worth in the real world. This just doesn't mean what it's going to be worth on the DC platform. But if you look at a 9.0 right here, this one sold on February the 7th. So like yesterday, okay, this is a 9.0. Check this out right here. And this might have something to do with the announcement of this drop on the DC platform. This could be a DC person, a back cowl holder that bought this, because this one sold for about 1,200 US at a 9.0 yesterday on eBay. And you can see it looks really nice right there. It's a classic comic. If you like the Green Arrow and the Green Lantern and that whole thing, then, you're definitely going to like this one for sure. Now, let's just really quickly talk about who John Stewart is, okay? So he's one of the characters known as the Green Lantern. This is just on Wikipedia. You can go check it out yourself. He's a superhero appearing in DC Comics and was the second African-American superhero to appear in DC Comics. Now, that's not exactly fully accurate. There's plenty that came along before him, but he's kind of the most famous, right? And around 1971 to 1972, right? And this is a little interesting thing right here. John Stewart debuted in Green Lantern 87 when artist Neil Adams came up with the idea of a substitute Green Lantern. The decision to make this character African-American descent resulted from a conversation between Adams and editor Julius Schwartz, in which Adams recounts saying that we have given the racial makeup of the world's population, we ought to have a Black Green Lantern, not because we're liberals or anything. It just makes sense. And it does. And that's the cool thing about the Lantern Corps and all that, is that there's lots of different kind of like species and people and races. It's really inclusive. And that's what I love. A lot of people love about the whole Lantern story, which is really cool. Now, I will put like this, there's another article right here. This is actually on the DC site. Now, check out this article. This is pretty cool. And I'll tweet this out for you guys. But 13 Black superheroes before Black Lightning. So Black Lightning was kind of considered, you know, one of the first, right? And he actually came a little bit after. But check this out. Ralph Jackson right here in World's Finest Comics, 1945, okay? And then like Jackie Johnson in Army of War. These are kind of war ones right here. And then, of course, we had Molo, the Sea Devil. You can see him over there. That's pretty cool. That's 1965. Okay, and then we have Rupert, 1967, okay, in the showcase, you know, and then we have like August Durant in the Secret Six, 1968, right? And then we have Mal Duncan. Look at that beautiful outfit right there. Teen Titans in 1970, right? That's pretty cool. And then Flipper Dipper in 1970 as well. You can see him over there. That's pretty funny, right? Pretty cool. And then we got Vicken right here from Forever People, 1971. We're coming up to the character for John Stewart here in a second. We got Black Racer in 1971. You can see him right there. So, you know, they're trying different things. And then here we go, John Stewart, 1971, and who I think is pretty much, you know, the most like famous, of course, from that era for sure right here. So anyway, I wanted to give you a little bit of thoughts about that. I'm going to be going after this one. Let me know if you guys are as well. It should be pretty fun. So how's everybody doing today? I wanted to just open with that, and then we can talk about it and have some fun and enjoy ourselves. Let me just close this off really quick right here. Boom, boom, right there. And then, of course, if you want to, like, look at this. This is actually sold, this Green Lantern right here. This sold for $1,600, so that's not bad. Look at this. This is a raw copy right here. Check it out. This one sold for about $490 US for a raw copy in really nice condition. But like, this is not even graded. So you know that this comic book has some value. So, you know, hopefully that helps you out, helps you, like, gives you some information if you want to go for it or not over on the platform for sure, right? So there you go. Now, I wanted to quickly go over to Veve because we got the Devil Dinosaur right here, and I haven't seen the Medium article, so I wanted to check this one out now to see how many are available. Actually, how many are going to get minted on this one? The first appearance of the Devil Dinosaur, and you know that we have Moon Girl and the Devil Dinosaur show coming to Disney Plus, the cartoon show, the animated, and it's not connected to the MCU at any point. It's more of a kids show, but it's pretty fun, right? But let's click the Medium article really quickly and go in here and check out the numbers. Okay, so it's also dropping on Thursday, so this is tomorrow. So both these comic books, you know, and they're not like grails or anything, but they're definitely fun. This one's fun, okay? Let's just put this out there. This one's just a lot of fun, and I do like the cover. You know, it's not going to be worth a lot. I mean, let's be honest, right? But it's definitely a lot of fun for me. And it's Jack Kirby on the cover, which is pretty cool. Now, Veve actually with Corey did a nice breakdown video, which I would recommend you guys go and watch on Vive's tweet right here. You can see they should have tweeted this out right here if they haven't already. The video, it's somewhere here, but anyway, you can probably find it on their Twitter profile. Actually, I can't see it there on their Twitter feed right here, which is interesting, but it's in the Medium article, so you can just click through right here. It's on their YouTube channel, so they talk all about the comic, you know, and you guys should go watch that. It's pretty fun. But look, here are the covers, right? And let's just check it out right here. It's a super limited, so there you go, guys. It's 10,000 edition, so it's pretty standard. And this is kind of what they're doing with these comics lately. They're not really going higher with edition sizes than the super limited, so that's all right. So like I said, it's probably not going to be worth that much. The Secret Rare is probably going to be worth anywhere from $50 to $70 or something like that, or gems, you know, probably, right? I mean, you know, like, right? I mean, it's not really worth a lot, but it's super fun because look at this cover right here. I mean, come on. Is that not fun or what? It doesn't mean you have to go for it or not, but I'm going to definitely go for this one. I always go for all the comics, right? So look at the ultra rare right there, which is pretty cool. And here is the funny thing. See, this is something to think about. Okay, when you're looking at a comic like this, okay? Now, right now, this comic really isn't worth very much in the real world. It's not really something that people are paying a ton of attention to, okay? But it really depends on what they do with the Devil Dinosaur. Now, I'm not saying that this guy's going to be like some big fixture in the MCU and Moon Girl, right? But you never know, because I always go back. This is funny. I always go back to the Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the one big thing that the MCU did for those comic books, in terms of their value. The MCU launched the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and it was a big success and a big hit. And now all of those characters are household names if you're into the MCU and the movies. and their comic books all rose drastically in value because of it, because they created a really fun movie that people loved, and they brought these characters kind of out to the masses because they were all separate. All these characters are kind of around. Their comic books were worth they were worth some money, but I mean, it wasn't really worth a ton, right? But it brought a lot of attention. And so, that's all it takes, right? So I'm not saying that this animated show, I believe it comes out on what is it, the 15th of February or so on Disney Plus. I'm not saying that the show with the Devil Dinosaur is going to actually be like super famous, but if you look at the trailer of the show, because I actually did a video about this comic just for fun, right? Not telling everybody it's going to be worth a lot, but I did a video about it. And there's a trailer, actually for this TV show. It actually looks really good. The first part of the trailer is all goofiness and fun, but then the last part of the trailer kind of gets more serious, and the villains look pretty cool. And so I'm definitely going to watch it just for fun, watch it with my kids and stuff. I mean, they're teenagers. They're not like little kids. So we'll watch it. We'll have some fun. But what happens here is, in this kind of thing, like if the show becomes quite popular, and if they do decide to add, excuse me, if they decide to add this character to the MCU and do more things with them, then this comic book in the real world is going to gain value. It just happens. It's already started to gain a bit of value because of the show. Not a ton, but just a bit, right? And of course, like in Veve itself, this could be just another fun option for you. And it's just good for the memes. So I'll go for this comic just for fun, see what happens. The first mint is 186. You probably want to go and try to get the 1978 mint number right there. And there's a few other mint numbers you can check out. And if you're watching, Veve Vault's live stream, they always go over the mint numbers and stuff like that if you want to go after and play that game. But maybe, this could be a good MCP stack. First appearance of a character that has a Disney Plus show and actually, has a really fun cover with Jack Kirby and, maybe a stack it up for MCP. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I wanted to talk about that one as well, right? So anyway, let's get to the chat. Let's see how everybody's doing today. How are you guys doing? It's been a crazy couple days in Veve, in the community. This kind of thing happens every now and again. If you saw my video yesterday, the negativity only hurts you, right? Like I wonder if you guys saw that. I'd love to get your thoughts about that too, for sure, right? Because, why not, right? We can talk about it a bit, but I don't want to talk about it too much. Pretty much, I haven't really paid a lot of attention to some of that stuff that's going on over on Twitter. I wasn't in that space that was yesterday. That was a whole lot of entertainment, a whole lot of, interest. If you were in that space listening to all that stuff, it's very entertaining. If you're just an outside person who doesn't really care that much, which is kind of like what I am, but it's also a lot of time. So I didn't actually go in there. I had other things I needed to do. And that's sort of the point that I was trying to make, is about, you don't have to not listen or anything. But for me, sometimes I just go, I got more important things to do. But sometimes I do like to listen because it's really good to get other people's perspectives. 100%, right? So look at Sean right here. How you doing, Sean? Good to see you today. Thanks for popping in. Now, I wanted to, and Kurzimi, good to see you too. Thanks for popping in, you guys, for sure. I'll get to your comment too, Biggest Bro, in just a second. Now, another thing I have today, and I just want to talk about this today, is another thing that's going on this live stream is my comic book rewards for the week. So let me just show you which ones are going out really quickly before we actually get into it. So we have our comic book rewards today for the drop head holders and everything like that. And I will have one for you guys in the chat, a comic that's going to go out to you in the chat. I'll show you what that is in a little bit, but we're going to have this Fantastic Four facsimile of number 52 for one of my drop head holders. That's going out today. And then this Uncle Scrooge Golden Age from 1954. This is going out to a drop head holder today because we had those two drops. So I like to make sure that I don't have the actual Uncle Scrooge comic. I do have the facsimile of this one to hand out, but I don't have the Uncle Scrooge. So this one is very close in the time period to the comic we got in the app with the same cover artist and everything. So this one's going out to my members. Then I got because of the Black Panther movie, I wanted to bring a Submariner comic. And this is an early Bronze Age one where he's attacking the surface. He's attacking the surface world. So this comic's going out to one of my members today as well. And then we have this comic right here. This is a World's Finest Silver Age, from 1966 with Superman, Batman, and Robin. They team up against the first appearance of the Dr. Zodiac, which is some guy who's kind of a magician / kind of horoscope sort of dude, and it's kind of a funny comic, but it's from the 60s and it's a nice Silver Age. That's going out. And then I wanted to do this one right here, which could be timely for the future, which is Miles Morales plus the X-Men, the all-new X-Men, which is a nice modern book with a really classic cover that people really like. Those are going out right there. I'll give someone a spot in the chat here today to win one of these as well. And then I have a special comic that I will announce a little bit later in the show that's going to go out to you guys in the chat. You know, without you being a member or anything like that, I will give a comic out right there. And we can see the winners from before. There's Poppy right there winning all the digital stuff. So that's something we'll do. We'll get into that for sure in a little while from now. But I want to get to the chat and say hi to everybody and see how you're doing. So the biggest bro, how you doing? Good to see you today. Good morning, friends. Remember, this should be a fun hobby. If you're not having fun collecting, maybe it's time to switch it up. Thanks for the stream, NC. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, biggest bro. We're supposed to try to have fun for sure in this space. You know, when there's money involved, though, it does get, you know, people do get a little bit like, you know, for sure worried and concerned, and for, you know, they can be for sure. But make sure you don't over leverage. And then for sure, it makes it a little bit easier to have a little bit more fun. It's Hinano. How you doing? Good morning. We're having a good time today. We're just getting started, you guys. We'll be here for a little while. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. You know, for sure. We got Swamp Rat. How you doing, Swamp Rat? Good to see you today. We'll talk about a bunch of stuff. We got Bob Sales. Nicely done. Bob Sales, guys, if you haven't checked out his vids, he made another really good video just the other day. So you want to pop over to his YouTube channel, support. It's actually quite good. He's got some good vids. I love what you're doing, you guys. People in the community here are starting to branch out and do their own stuff. It's perfect. I absolutely love it, right? So, Mohammed, how you doing? Good to see you today. Thanks so much for coming in right here. Swamp Rat, living the dream. We're just living the dream right here. Are you guys going to go for the Devil Dinosaur? I mean, look at this. Look at this guy. Look at him. Doesn't that just make you laugh? I mean, it's so funny. And then, of course, we got the Green Lantern over here as well, right? This comic right here. So both of them are pretty cool, right? Woody, AMC, thanks for bringing the positive vibes today. Yeah, as always, you know, like we're just having some fun. You know, we're just having some fun over here, you guys. That's what we do now. We're also, you know, we're also serious. We're also trying to get ahead, you know, and we're also looking for like, you know, opportunities. That's kind of the point. You know, is to look for opportunities when you see them, you know, not dwell on things too much, you know, because it can be absolutely like, it can be a little bit upsetting, right? If you do that for sure. Outage, what's up, collectors and whiners? We got all types and we welcome everybody for sure. Bones, how you doing? Good to see you today. Thanks for popping in. We got Tang in the house. Hey, MC, what's up? I don't know if I'm, is that a goat? I don't know about that, but thanks. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for sure. Digital Verse, can anyone scare the market so I can get a partners? LOL. Yeah, that's what we want. We definitely, let's look at what the partners is at right now in Veve. Let's check it out. Let's go to the market and let's quickly look at a partner statue right here. Let's see. I think it's still about 3,100. I think, I gotta learn how to spell first. Partner statue right there. Let's go to the market. Let's see what the partners is at right now. Maybe we can scare some more people. There's 100 for sale. Yeah, it's about 3,100. So just where I thought it was a while ago. Now, who knows where that's going to go? All it takes is one announcement and boom, you know. But yeah, if you want it to go lower, it hasn't really dropped that much lower than where it's been right here. Now, it has gone down in the past below 3,000, but it doesn't usually stay there too long, right? So Kamal, how you doing? Good to see you today. Thanks for popping in as well. Outage, if EV goes to zero, I'm still drinking champagne and smoking good. What? Smoking good what? We don't do that here. No, I'm just kidding. Stop the whining and return to winning. And don't get involved if you can't afford it. Yeah, there's a lot of feelings right now going on in the community. You know, this happens, you guys. This happens every now and again. A few months ago, this happened as well, you know. And you know what? Like, I don't want to confuse. This is the big thing that always comes up, right? The big thing that always gets confused is like people who want to make a point and have like good feedback and have concerns about, you know, their, you know, investments on Veve and, you know, about the platform and, and all this kind of stuff. Those kind of things are like big time welcomed. I mean, we gotta voice that stuff to Veve, and we gotta talk about it in the community so we can push the space forward 150,000%. But that's not what we're talking about before. That's not what we were saying before, like we're not talking about like people who are just stuck, and it's sad to see. Like I watch people, and I listen, and it's sad when people are just stuck, because when you're stuck in that negative space and you just can't get past things, it really prevents people from moving forward. And like I hate to see that for people. I hate to see people get into these kind of mind spaces where they just can't progress and they can't see the opportunities that are in front of them because they get stuck in a spot. And the only person that hurts is themselves. That's why I put that point out. Negativity only hurts you. It doesn't hurt anybody else. It just hurts yourself, like being stuck there. So I hate to see people in that mode. And, I try to be supportive and try to give, people the benefit of the doubt, and but sometimes, you just got to tune it out, because I can't let that kind of stuff get into my head, and what I mean by that is just pure, like negativity about anything, not even just Veve and stuff. It's just all around, some people will try to drag you down to where they're at. And, it's sad, right? I mean, I've had friends like that. And, I've known people like that I really truly care about and want them to succeed. But sometimes you try to help, and you try to give positive advice, but then at some point, they'll just drag you down. So it's just reality. It just sucks. It totally sucks. But I see that happening, in this space, from time to time. We get these flare ups, and not about like asking, Veve to like step up their game. I mean, that's different, right? That's like, there's a really good Twitter space that's happening today that I was in, that was hosted by the Gale. And I was in that space, and it was a great space because there's lots of great points being made and lots of great opinions in respectful ways, and people are trying to like come up with their ideas and share their thoughts and, try to push everything we're doing forward. I mean, those are the kind of things that are super valuable. And those are the kind of places I'll spend my time. I'll spend my time in those places because, we only have so much time in this world, like in your personal life as well, and in your work life, to like, I don't want to waste it in some kind of crazy, like, some pointless space that like is just people just complaining all the time. Like, why would I want to do that? It's kind of entertaining. It's almost like watching a really bad reality TV show. You just sometimes can't turn away. Then you look up and it's been 3 hours, and you're like, oh man, I wish I had that 3 hours back. I could have actually been doing something with my life. So I try to avoid that kind of stuff. I pop in and see what the tone is like, see what the mood is like, and see what the conversation's like. And if it ends up being kind of like just garbage, then I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't need that kind of stuff. And I found that I really have a much more enjoyable day and get ahead. So it's all about that. It's about like, that's kind of the point, it's kind of like, don't get too focused on that stuff. It can be, this is just my opinion, right? It can really drag you down, and then you just miss opportunities. Like no matter what's going on, for example, in this project in Veve, right? No matter what's going on in this project, like what the market's doing or whatever, there's always like some opportunity. If your whole point here is to like make money, okay, I mean, you can do that. People are doing really well right now, doing flips and things, and working the system that Veve is in its current form. And it's going to change. It's going to evolve, and the game will change. And some people are playing that game really great right now, if that's what it's all about. Some people are just enjoying what they're doing. They're going after stuff they like, and only putting money in they can afford. I mean, we've heard this all over and over and over again. It's almost pointless to even talk about. It's just so obvious. I mean, people like having fun. They're getting their Spider-Man or whatever, and they don't care about, they can't take it off platform or something. A lot of people don't care about that. And so like, people are having fun. There's those people too. But then there's people who are just like, they for all sorts of different reasons get burned, or whatever, or they're like upset, and they just want everybody else to be upset too. And it's kind of like, it's just for me, it's just pointless. I don't see any future or any like, any kind of like any reason to think like that, in regards to like, the way that my mind works. Like I can't think that way because it doesn't do me any good, and I've been in those kind of mind spaces before, as a younger adult. I've been in these negative spots and like nothing good comes of it. It's just, it's just pointless. So I try not to waste my time, right? So, that's the only message that I like to send out for people. And then, you can take it or leave it. It's all good. Like, I'm not like, I'm not like 100% right on everything. It's just the way I feel. And if people feel differently, that's fine. They can do it too, right? Vincent, how you doing? You're going for the comic. Nicely done. I think that's the Green Lantern, right? That's a good one. It's decent. I'll spend some time going. I'll spend my time going for that comic, maybe, right? And see what we get. Pixel Trader, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for popping into. Hinano, heck yeah, I'm going for it. John Stewart, yeah, it's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool character. Do you know that the character is based on Sidney Poitier, the famous actor from that time? Look Who's Coming to Dinner. Remember that movie? And also, I think In the Heat of the Night. He's an amazing man, amazing actor. And the character was loosely based upon him, apparently. So very cool, right? Come on. Good vibes only. You can... The thing about it is, okay, so like, I really want people to understand my perspective, okay? So, and Kamal, like, yeah, I know people come here for good vibes and all that kind of stuff, but like, it's not always just good vibes and like, not paying attention. It's just looking at it's just seeing the opportunities, okay? And being positive about what you're doing and trying to go after the opportunities that are there. That's really what it's about. It's just not dwelling. It's not dwelling on stuff you can't control that like doesn't do you any good. That's the point of this channel. Okay. It's not always just like happy times and like, moon boy stuff. It's not about that. That's what I think a lot of people, they get confused about what my message is. Sometimes they just see me smiling and they see me having a good time and they think, oh, well, nothing serious is ever there. It's just for fun. And it's not what it's about. It's about seeing those opportunities and going from them. That's what I always try to do. Because if I look at the other stuff, like I said, I can talk about this a lot. I can talk about this for 2 hours straight and say the same thing over and over. And I don't really want to, but just to clarify, it's not about that. It's about looking at like what's in front of you. Because there's always something there that you can do that can get you ahead. If you're in the collector like me, I've gone through like years and years of ups and downs in the collectible world with like the value of my stuff, in the physical space as well. I mean, obviously, and also in work and in life and all sorts of other situations, personal situations too. And like, there's always like something you can do that can like get you ahead and move you forward. I mean, like if you're not thinking that way, and we can't always be in that state of mind for sure. Sometimes we get down, but like if you're not thinking that way and you get stuck there, then it's a bad place to be. And that's not what this channel is all about, right? So Veve Wheels, how you doing? What's up? Good to see you today. Thanks for popping in. Veve Wheels Poetry Delivery. Love the name. That's cool. Chris, how you doing? Won't go for it, but unfortunately my account is restricted, which sucks. Oh, that sucks. Hopefully we'll get it sorted by that. Are you talking about your Veve account or are you talking about your DC account? Hopefully you're able to like if it's this one right here, hopefully you're able to get this one, right? So outage, yes, positively amazing drop tomorrow on the Palm. Yeah, it's a really good one. It's nice. A legendary to add to my other 9. So, oh, you got all 9 legendaries. This is what I'm talking about. Nicely done. You have been beyond lucky on Palm. Have you landed legendaries on the drop? Because that is incredible. By the way, I really like this. Check it out. If you go to collections right here, okay, and look, they have the comics. I love it. You can see, I think, I don't know if I've seen that it's sorted like this before because I've always wanted to look at the comics, but I probably they have. But it's nice that they're all like right here. You can just kind of click into them, right? Which is cool. And we got this one. I'll just leave this one up on screen just for a bit right here. Outage, if you don't have anything positive to say, don't talk about Veve. There's lots of stuff. There's lots of unanswered questions, and ask those questions for sure, right? Like ask them. There's another thing that I want to talk about here just really quickly too. And this is just a little point, okay? Recognize what these platforms are, all right? Recognize what the DC platform is, what Veve is, okay? I think a lot of people want these platforms to be something they're not. and they want them to be more than they are right now. You have to like look at what they actually are. And then once you accept what they are, it makes it a whole lot easier to like make decisions, right? But grasping and arm wrestling about what these actually platforms are all about, and wanting them to be things they aren't, that gets people upset. Like, like Veve is an interesting platform because it has all the IP that a lot of people love. And it's not decentralized, it's not some open sea project where you can like, take your stuff wherever you want. It's not that kind of platform. And honestly, you guys, it probably never will be. Okay. I mean, like, and that's just something that you have to decide if you want to be a part of it. Same thing with the bat cowls, and same thing with HRO and other, like they have their own things going on with their platforms and their products that they're selling. You just have to decide if that's something for you. We maybe want, some people, like I don't want this, but some people want their Veve stuff to be taken off platform and all over the place and do whatever they want. And they think that means a 100% ownership is interoperability. And for me, I don't see it that way. It doesn't bother me. I actually like that my stuff is on DC. Now, the FTX scandal has scared people, even in our own space, to think that one day Veve could just turn the lights out and you'll lose all your stuff. Well, you know what? It's not like I can argue against that. That could happen, right? But that is the risk you take if you're in the space and you're actually, using the platform. That's part of the unknown, right? And there's unknowns if you're on the open sea in some project that's starting to that's coming around where everything looks great. And then suddenly it's a rug pull, because the owners disappear, right? And you're still left with your NFT, but it's worthless and there's no community. Like that happens too. So there's always risk in this area. But I think what a lot of people are confusing, okay, is like, taking Veve and criticizing them for stuff that they aren't, and trying to make them into something that they aren't, and probably never will be. So I think we're still trying to figure out what Veve is, okay, in particular, and these other platforms. We're still trying to figure it out because I know that early on in Veve, interoperability is something, and I'll give credit to Sam Ellis about this because I was just in a nice Twitter space and he made a great point. I don't think he's probably here listening. He's probably still in the space, but he made a great point about early on. I mean, interoperability and things like that were stuff that was like, talked about what Veve was going to try to do. And I think really this is how I honestly think about that, is that early in the days of Veve, I really do believe that, when they launched the platform, they were trying to build it in a way that like, Web3 is based upon, this whole like, full ownership, interoperability, decentralization, all that stuff, all the earmarks of Web3 and why people got into crypto and all this kind of stuff like that. But then you start dealing with these big IPs, and the big IPs, they don't want their stuff floating around everywhere. They want to have a bit of control over it, right? And fair enough. It's just what it is. They've built their brands over like years and years and years, and they want to have some control in their products, right? And so I think that over time, Veve's evolved into not being able to go after that stuff with some of those big brands. Now, there's going to be other stuff. We've already heard this on Veve, like artist stuff and things like that, that will be more interoperable. It's really IP dependent. So I think we have to like, start looking at Veve slightly differently. Like at least some people do. That, you're probably not going to get your like, Spider-Man off the app, and you're not going to probably fully own him the way that some people think that you should be able to own him, where you can move him anywhere you want. You're probably just going to be on the Veve platform with that. Now, the good thing about it is you own your money and you can sell it and you can get your money out. Now, that was always a major issue before. Remember before we couldn't cash out? And then we couldn't move our stuff. And so the concerns there were big. Like, what happens if like Veve goes down? We can't get our stuff out and we can't cash out. Well, you can cash out. I know we had a blip there where we couldn't cash out, but it's back up running now, apparently, right? So I haven't tried cashing out, but it's apparently back up. So you can get your money out. You can sell. You can use the market. You can make money here. You can like sell your stuff. It doesn't mean you have to leave Veve. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can sell and get money out and you can use the system, right? It's basically a market system that has different IPs on it. And those IPs have to all be looked at individually. You know, you can't just blanket the whole thing saying everything should be able to take off Veve. It's up to the IP and their agreements, right? And so if Disney doesn't want to let their stuff come off the app because they want it controlled in one place so they can make money off of it too, right? Disney's allowed to make money, right, off transactions. They're allowed to do that, right? And if not on Veve, they'll just create their own platform and then they'll do it there, and then you really will have no control. So, I mean, like, you have to think of it differently. So I think the way people are trying to get Veve to be something that it isn't is, you know, causing a lot of issues for some people. I think people are getting upset, you know, over things that like they really can't control, and maybe trying to push Veve into a place that it can't go. Now, like I said earlier on, you know, Veve was probably talking about having it set up that way. So there's disappointment there if it isn't. I totally understand that for sure. But I think if you look at the system, look at the platform and accept it for what it is and accept it for what is supposed to be coming, just be really smart about what you want to do. And if it isn't for you, that's okay, right? I mean, I've actually, you know, steered a little bit more clear of the OpenSea projects, which I was heavily in, like not even a year ago. I was heavily into that stuff, but I've steered a little bit more away from that because of the uncertainty behind those projects, because of the uncertainty behind the owners that I don't know, these brands that they're trying to build. You know how hard it is to build a brand? I mean, like, you know, you take like new projects that are coming along that are doing really well right now. Like there's this Beast project that's doing fantastic. It looks great, right? It looks absolutely amazing. And I've been considering maybe trying to get into that project and looking at it, and people are doing really well with it. You know, the only thing is like, there's nothing stopping anybody from just ending. I mean, that brand is being built before your eyes. It is very hard to retain brand loyalty over time. So I hope the project does great. I think it will, because I think that, you know, there's some good backing behind it. But I've seen other projects on the OpenSea that have flared up and done really great. And I've been in their communities and I've owned their NFTs, and it looked like everything was going well. And then after 6 months, you know, the interest dies out because another project comes along that is actually really great as well. And then everybody, you know, goes over there and like, you know, sells and makes their money and then moves on. Like this has happened time and time again. So it's very difficult to maintain these types of projects. And I hope that they do well. But if you look over like at say look at over at the Backcal project, well, it's backed by Batman, right? I mean, like, you know, you have the built-in brand, you have the built-in, you know, like fan base, you have the brand loyalty already there. It's already built in. Now you have to use their website in order to do it. You have to be on this platform in order to do this, in order to participate. So there's limitations, okay? But you get the benefits too, right? And you know, and this is the other thing I wanted to bring up too. And sorry if I'm going on a bit here and not talking in the chat, but you know, I'm asking this question to people. You got to think about this for a second. If you want like more people to come to Web3 and more people to come to these platforms, which I think generally speaking is what most of us want. We want, like, you know, more mass adoption of our Veve stuff and our Backcal and HR. We want more users, right? We want more people to come. And here's a question, because the people who are in the space right now, most of us, you know, are people who are in the crypto space. And in the crypto space, decentralization and interoperability are big bonuses. This is kind of like the basis of which all of this stuff was based upon. Okay, right? You know, we came here, we want to own our crypto, we want to have full control, full custody of our, like, you know, assets. And yeah, of course, right? That's the whole basis of like Web3, a lot of it, right? You know, like Bitcoin's based on that and all that kind of stuff. We can get into that, all that kind of thinking, right? But does interoperability and decentralization equal mass adoption? Do the masses that don't understand this stuff want that? Do they care? Do they care that you know, like, is that a big factor? Owning your wallets and going on the blockchain and looking up the metadata. Do people care about that? Will that get people in the space? And I'm kind of telling you guys, I'm starting to see this because I'm coming from that collectible world where there's these people, most people, we're talking 99% of people don't give a crap about what we're doing over here at this moment. And, if the selling feature is like, going on the blockchain and seeing full transparency, that doesn't matter to 99%. They don't understand that stuff. They might love Spider-Man or Superman or Batman or whatever. It's not selling them, is having to learn all that technology. Now, I'm just generally asking the question here to everybody. Is that the way that we're going to get more people in here? Or is it actually, and this is interesting, if you just think about this, is it having a platform that is nice and secure that it's a one-stop shop? That seems like what people are going to be more drawn to me, than, this open sea, open world, like decentralized, and you know what I mean? I'm just talking like, if you just look at the way people react to NFTs right now, and this will change hopefully over time, because I think the dream is there for decentralization. I think that's the dream. And I subscribe to that. I want to have full ownership as well. But like, will that bring people in? It hasn't yet. Okay. The only people that are here really are people like me who have found this, found this area. And the reason I got here personally, me, is because of Spider-Man. It's not because of the blockchain. I didn't come into this space because of crypto. I got here because of Spider-Man, right? And now I'm all in it, and I'm trying to get other collectors to come here too. And that's the differentiation here, So that's the question. And I want you to really think about that, all right? When we're having these arguments and people are talking about what Veve doesn't have, and what the platform is lacking, and how there's no transparency and all this kind of stuff, and how we got to see everything on the blockchain. Is that really the selling feature that's going to get everybody in here, is understanding blockchain technology and be able to go and read that stuff? Nobody cares. Like, go to the comic shop. They don't care about that. They don't want to hear about that stuff. Like, as technology advances here, it will become easier for people to understand. And like, the younger generation hopefully will. There are people who are learning about this as younger ages, and they're going to push this thing forward. It's all demographics. Older people aren't going to, it's just standard stuff, the way it always works with technology, right? Like, early days of the internet, same sort of issues we were having back then. I'm 6 years old. So, I was here before the internet and through that whole thing. I was an adult during that time. I wasn't a kid. I was an adult when the internet was coming around, a young adult who was interested in technology. I went, in graphic design school, I was all over the internet, had one of the first iMacs, the blueberry ones, those, if you ever watch Zoolander and they, like Owen Wilson throws that Mac, that was my first Mac. I had one of those, but it was colored blue, right? So I was all over I was making websites in the late 90s, like as an early graphic designer. I made one website. It was so terrible. It was for these people who wanted to sell used fire trucks, of all things. It was this weird time, and so like, I was here around that time, and I remember, like the explosion of hype that we had, with internet side and companies, and like all sorts of investing, and then the whole crash behind it. And then there was few survivors. There was a few survivors from that era that came out the other side, that like took this thing where it is, where it went, and we're taking it further. Same thing is basically happening in crypto, completely different, but very similar. Like, we had a big run up, we had a big explosion, and everything crashed, and there's few survivors. Now, who's going to survive, right? And one thing that came from that time are these like structured, I'm just using the internet for an example, structured websites like Amazon, and then social media came along and all that kind of stuff. But these sites where you signed up, got an account, I don't know how much you people remember how scary it was to enter your credit card into the internet back in the day. It was scary to enter your credit card information into the internet. That was a big step for people, okay, just to do that, right? So, we progressed through that. We went through those troubled times. It took a lot of years, okay? It took a long time. Now, technology is moving quicker these days, so I don't think this is going to take as long. But is like complete total freedom and decentralization and interoperability, is that what's going to get the masses in here? I got to tell you, I'm tired. I'm serious. I'm asking this. Like, I don't think so, you guys. I'm starting to say, like, I think all the people that are in crypto, I think we have a bit of a, I think we're a little bit delusional if we think that everyone's going to want to come in here, because, they can see what's on the blockchain. I think a system like the Bat Cowls or HRO, which has more interoperability with your cards and stuff, with IMX and everything. And Veve, these kind of like website platforms, I think this is how people get in here. This is just me, okay? You can disagree with me, it's fine. But I think this is how people get in here. Really awesome site with really great product that allows you to buy, sell, trade. Trade is a big thing. I want trading, transferring, stuff like that. But it's going to have some sort of some sort of centralization and control for people to feel safe to get in here, okay? Because, first it's the IP. We got these big characters that everybody knows and loves that are never going to go away, at least not in our lifetimes. I mean, Spider-Man's not going anywhere, everybody. That's the first part, okay? And then you give them the platform to play around and do their things with, and also own them. Now, ownership is debatable because some people think ownership means you can take your Spider-Man anywhere you want. But that's not how I see ownership in this sort of world right here. That's not how the masses are gonna. It's not going to happen, okay? Because Marvel, most likely, unless you buy a physical toy and then go walk around and sell it anywhere you want, this is online now. They want to control their IPs for sure. And I don't blame them. It doesn't bother me at all. If I have a great platform and a great system with a great community built in with the ability to buy and sell and trade, okay, and use my stuff in any way I want, I don't mind if it's on Veve. It's okay by me. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's how I see it, right? So I must have talked about 15 straight minutes. So let me know if I made any sense whatsoever, okay? And if I didn't, let me know as well. But that's sort of what I'm thinking, right? And we'll get back to it right here. Caro, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Bones, Veve will be huge. Time will tell. Yeah, I mean, like, we'll see, right? Maybe it goes nowhere, maybe this thing never takes off the ground the way that we see it, and that's the other thing really quickly. We don't even know how this is all going to end up looking. This is not the end. We're not at the end of what Veve is going to be, or Bat Cowls or another project that comes along. Maybe Harry Potter suddenly launches a whole platform. I don't know, right? I mean, we don't know, right? This is not what it's going to look like in a year or two from now. It's evolving right in front of our face. It's being invented right in front of our face, okay? It's up to us to tell them what we want. But at the same time, we are a small, tiny portion of the population, everybody. We are tiny. Okay. The amount of people that collect sports cards dwarf what we're doing here, like by 100 times. We are so small, our community. Sometimes we think we're big. We are not. We're little. We're a little corner of the collectible world. And it happens to be NFTs and digital collectibles. We are this big. You have to understand that. If you don't understand how small we are, you don't understand how much further we have to go. We have a long way to go here. We're in here, and we always say this, we're in here early, and that's with the assumption that more people are going to come. But we are this big. If Veve doesn't have a big audience, it shrunk down a bit further too, because of the bots are gone. Well, not fully. If you looked at that fantastic 452 drop, the bots aren't gone. Just look at the market, okay? I mean, God, right? Like, right? They're not gone. So, but we are this big, like this, I always say this too. And I'm a Star Wars fan. You guys know I'm a Boba Fett fan. You guys know that. The amount of people that collect him, 10 times the amount of people that are in Veve, period. I mean, let's be honest, okay? If you go on Sideshow Collectibles and the Boba Fett toy comes out, it sells out instantly, okay? So, right? So I don't know. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying we're tiny right now. Let's not think that we know like everything. It's still growing. But what's the question? This is the question I want to ask you. Is interoperability and decentralization the catalyst to get people in here? It hasn't been so far. right? Am I wrong? Has decentralization, crypto, interoperability, has that gotten people into the space? Is that what people are wanting from the outside of our space, from outside Veve and outside, crypto and out, like, are those people, is that what's attracting them to the space? In terms of cryptocurrencies, I would say yes. I would definitely say yes. In terms of digital collectibles, I don't know. I don't know about that. Just saying. You guys let me know, right? Outage, preach it, brother. Representation by all races, genders, cultures. Yeah, this is about the Green Arrow comic, the Green Lantern. It's great. So, America, wake the bleep up. You're horrible to anyone who isn't Caucasian and male. Oh, I don't want to get down that road, but wow. But yeah, live in aloha. Not a Green Lantern, but definitely going for it. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Canada's the land of the free. Don't get it twisted. Oh, I love the States. Veve Dell, morning MC. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great, man. How are you doing? K Bacon, going for Lantern, skipping the Dinosaur. No! How could you? Look, it's the devil Dinosaur. Look at him. Look at how fun he is. Look at Moon Boy. Look at him. Look at Moon Boy right there. I got to go for Moon Boy. I get called a Moon Boy a lot, so I got to go for Moon Boy, right? Covers might be sought after when Veveverse hits. Yeah, they're pretty fun, right? So how you doing, Bill? Good to see you today. You're grabbing a rare. Yeah, for sure. You see a Dino. Yeah, I know. You see a Dino, you're buying. I know Dino might go for this one. I saw a short by someone regarding the Dinosaur, and they were suggesting it was vastly more important than FF1. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all. That's for sure. I wouldn't agree with that. Yeah, we're always here. I love your guys' input too, for sure. Durr. Hey, MC, what are you stacking in this bear market? So, yeah, I made that pretty clear. I got that AF15. That's what I'm going for. I've actually bought a few things more lately too. I saw I guess if you've seen the, and I'll get down to the chat because I know there's some good comments there. So bear with me, right? I'll get there. But I did see, if you've actually looked at Miles Morales. Okay, so I picked up the hoodie just the other day. This is one that I wanted for quite a while. I had the hoodie first. Okay, what I did is I got the hoodie first, and then I sold it and went for the ultra rare. That's like in the first 2 days because I didn't land a Miles on the drop, but I chose the hoodie like in the market. I was like, I want the hoodie because it's iconic and it looks really great. And then I was like, I saw the ultra rare and I thought 1,000 editions, that's gonna be better. So months ago, like in the first few days of him coming out, I sold the hoodie and I put a little bit more in there and I bought the ultra rare. I'm pretty happy I did because if you've seen him lately, 675. I'm not going to sell that. What do you mean? 675. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? I paid 321. This is like right at the, first day or two. Look at that. And this is in a bear market, you guys. I've made some videos about him, but that's all you. That's all the mark. That's the market right there. So I saw that recently. He was up around 600 or so, and I thought about getting a second one. But I thought, no, I want the hoodie now because in my opinion, my move that I made this week was the hoodie was sitting at around what did I get it for? 350. Okay. This is 2 days ago or whatever. He's at 373 now. And, that ultra rare is out of reach for a lot of people now. It's getting crazy with this ultra rare. And we know the secret rare is always been out of reach, but that ultra rare is starting to climb up. So I grabbed the hoodie just now because I figure, I don't know what's going to happen with him. I don't know if he's going to go up or not, but I just figure if that's what's happening with the ultra rare, then the hoodie's next, in my opinion. I don't know when, I don't know if it will. I just wanted them anyway. I'm not going to sell them or flip them or anytime soon or anything, but I just figure that's probably going to happen, right? Because, it's Miles, right? What can you do? I also completed my Vader set because I had my ultra rare Vader from the drop, never sold him. He's over here on the side. And I had I had the Vader set before, like everybody, most of us did. And I sold the other two a while ago, and then I decided, well, they're about 50 gems each, so I picked up the set, and I looked for some okay numbers, in the kind of lower numbers, not super low, right? But I picked that up. I did pick up an Invisible Woman number 301. Look at this one here. This is fun. I really like this this particular character. I just like the pose and stuff. I like her. She's cool. Not worth anything, obviously, but I picked her. I paid $10 for a number 301, so pretty happy with that. So anyway, she just bought my 16th and 17th golden moment. Wow, nicely done. I was going to actually make a video about that and ask the question, is this the time to be buying the golden moments again? When are we going to start talking about them again? The original set. You just wait. I made a prediction video months like last year that I thought by April, I mean, totally could be wrong, of course, right? I thought by April of this year that those golden moments set would have some sort of utility added to them, some sort of airdrop, some sort of something. Now, it hasn't happened, and it may never happen, but that was what I was thinking. I gave it a year. We'll see what happens. All Chat Gaming. Dino Lang bought to go all in on those SRs to create a group. Asked David Yu personally about pumping his bags and then floored it. Yeah, so I know that Dino's had some issues with that Miles secret, the F-15 in the past, but he's been pretty clear about his intentions, everybody. He put a group together. I don't have to defend Dino. He's good on his own, but he put a group together with he started the F-15 group and got David Yu in there for sure. And then eventually he decided he was going to sell it. And then didn't sell it. He held back, apologized for that because the optics didn't look good for him. And then he held it for ages and ages and ages, like months and months and months. So it's tough when something's worth that much, you guys. I mean, we all want to make some money here. So whatever people do, it's all good by me. But yeah, that was a long time ago. Old news now, for sure. Outage, looking to caught my first Superman this week. Yeah, I've heard a few people say that they want to look at getting Superman. I think he's just about 475 or so. We can look at it in a bit. Tron, how you doing? Dino Power. Look at him. I mean, he's not going to be worth anything, but it's fun, right? Bill, negativity is a great sign for reaching a market bottom and possibly trend reversal. Yeah, it's true. You see this happen every now and again. It's just up to you guys how much airtime you want to give that kind of stuff. It's up to you. Everyone's crying, I'm buying. That's like a t-shirt slogan right there. I love that. Durr, I love bear markets and its opportunities. Of course, there's always opportunities. It's great. Smarty Pants, you're here in the house today. How you doing? Double Quill, good to see you too. Thanks for coming in. Vader's 50 gems. Yeah, it's about, is that Vader you're talking about? Vader. Yeah, he's about 50 gems or so. Robart, let's go. The drop head will be mine. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that stuff pretty quick coming up for sure, right? Doctor Strange is in the house. How you doing? The Veve Zombies here. Vincent is here. Thanks for coming. Kobe Collects is in the house. Kobe, how you doing? K Bacon only rolls the finest, gang. Yeah, for sure. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Bones. That's nice of you. Yeah, good Wednesday vibes. I appreciate that for sure. Outage, thank you so much too for the super chat. You have to do that. That's super nice of you guys. I appreciate that a lot. And if you guys hit the like button, that's good. My last video's got some good dislikes too. I don't mind that. Whatever people think is all good. All Chat Gaming, great stream, so much optimism and positivity. Thank you, soon appreciate you. Just pick up the Secret Rare Duck Comic, Golden Age 250 supply. I know, Golden Age, 250 of them. I mean, it's crazy. And thank you for saying that, All Chat Gaming. Like I said, it's not all roses, you guys. It's optimism and looking for the opportunities. They're always there. Kobe's the best. Sir, not soon. Yeah, I hear you. Kobe, I might have constructive criticism for Veve. Yeah, we all should. That's what it's about. We got to tell them what we want and what we think is working and isn't. Okay? It's totally fine with that. Nobody confuse my message by thinking that that's not what I'm saying. But I'll never subject myself to listening, thinking about those issues on a daily basis. It's embarrassing to those spaces. I avoid at all costs. Yeah, I just don't have time for it. Like, really? People can spend their time doing whatever they want. And I think it's a bit of a car crash situation. You know, you drive by and you see it. It is entertaining to see people arguing and fighting. It's like from a purely entertainment point of view. It is quite, it is quite interesting to go, whoa, what's going on in there? You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I just got too many other things to do. Hinano, spreading the Aloha spirit. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that. You're always in here doing amazing things. I appreciate you guys for sure. And guys, Hinano's putting out great content. I love it. I appreciate you, Hinano. Thank you so much for that. Tom, new Disney posters, new Veve tweet. Okay, let's check it out. Thank you for putting that up. I was a little bit behind right here. Let's refresh this. I'm a little bit behind because I was talking. Oh, it's Cars. Okay. Where the rubber meets the road, get behind the scenes and look at the making of Disney Pixar's Cars. Any one of these 5 incredible concept art pieces will put you on the highway to an extraordinary collection. Drops on Friday. Thanks, New Plan. Thanks, Tom. Sorry I missed that while I was monologuing. Look at that right there. Interesting. Okay, so these are like concept art. So are they official concept art from when they were drawing this stuff up? That's kind of cool if that's the case, you know? People like the Cars show. I'm not a huge fan of the Cars series. I didn't really get into the movie that much. I think just didn't hit me, but it was pretty fun. Pretty fun. I watched a few of them with my kids, so that's interesting. That's coming up on Friday. So we'll see what the numbers are on that. If they're under 1,000 each and they're all secret rares, that would be cool. That's probably what's going to happen. Elvin, how you doing? Good to see you today. Thanks so much. Your first live stream, guys. So we had his first live stream a few days ago. You did great, man. I thought that was fun. So you let us know again when you're doing your next one. And everybody, make sure you're following because we got a new, somebody who's like, talking in the space, had their first live stream. It's hard to do when you get out there, but you did great, man. So thanks for coming over here again. We'll be watching your next one. Outage, we're making too much of Mitch's involvement in the project. Stop minimizing abhorrent corporate malfeasance. Yeah, there you go. Elvin, MC, thanks for support and coming by the live. Yeah, that's right. You're live last weekend. It was super fun. Super fun. You did great. I loved your background too. Those little alien dudes floating around. It was cool. Everybody make sure you go over. Always like to support somebody who's like putting themselves out there. It's tough. You put yourself out there. It's good to have support and, like contribute and hear what somebody else has to say. I love it. It's another space to go where you can share your thoughts. Kobe, it's the same reason I don't watch extremely sad TV shows, movies, and content. I feed off energy and truly get pulled down consuming negativity. I'll never join one of those spaces. Yeah, it's really interesting, there's certain things you can control, right? And one of the things you can control is where you put your attention. You're people that are here watching me right now. Thanks for coming. You chose to be here, right? For different reasons. Okay. And that's all great. You can choose to go and you have the choice of where you want to go. And I'm not going to tell anybody not to go into those spaces. I'm not going to say, don't go in there. Do what you want. It's all good. I choose, I'll go in there and check it out. Like I went into we talk about the space, right? This transparency space that happened yesterday on Twitter. I popped in there for a minute. There's a ton of people in there. There's like 200 people in there. It's like everybody's standing around the outside watching a few people argue. And so I popped in there. I was like, what's this space all about? Because I had actually seen the hosts before do earlier ones. So I popped in there for about maybe 5 minutes, probably under 5 minutes. And I just listened. And I actually spent a lot of time in one of those spaces like a week ago where I listened for like a good 45 minutes at least, just to hear what people had to say. Because I like hearing what people have to say. I like getting different perspectives. That's, I don't want to be like totally blocked off. But, I heard a lot of the people what they had to say. and similar people were there up in the top. So I just listened for about 5 minutes, went, oh, okay, well, that's what this one's all about. And I had other things to do. So it's up to people how they want to spend their spaces. Yeah, we got the new drop. Thanks so much. Nothing good comes from anger. Nothing. 0%. Pretty much. You know, pretty much. Charles, we're all humans, though. We do get upset with things. And, you know, I do understand it, but not like constant. Here's the thing, right? So it's not like about never get angry, never get upset with Veve. They're doing great. And it's not about that. It's about dwelling over and over and over again. It just doesn't do any good. Like, it's just like pointless. It's a dead end street. It's not about like, you know, not about saying nothing. It's about saying the same thing over again. You know, and that can go for the positive way too. It can go the opposite way. It can be like over and over and over again, saying the same, like, you know, evolve, right? Charles, I have a lot of money in Veve. If it goes to 0, then that would suck for sure. I tried and on to my next investment. If you don't believe in it, then leave no need to stress yourself. Yeah. You can cash out. You can take money out of here. Remember, before we couldn't, and then like when people were upset before, when we couldn't cash out, I mean, that's a different story. But a lot of these issues, you know, now that you can cash out, they're easily solvable. You know, I know our stuff's gone down. If you bought in January, I mean, yeah, right. It's tough. You know, I get it. My stuff hasn't all gone to the moon. You know, I'm doing well with my stuff. I'm going to do another video where I show my vault value and I explain all the stuff I've got. You know, I've made big mistakes in this app like we all have. I mean, no one's immune to a market crash. I mean, and this is the funny thing, right? So when the stock market goes down, I saw this, somebody said this is interesting, right? Do people get all upset at the company, or they get like the markets are the markets, you know? Stuff goes down, right? Across the board in crypto. And, you know, for certain things, they're immune. Certain things are not going down. And that's where you see the opportunity, right? Not everything's going down in Veve. Look at the stuff that's going up. Look at Miles Morales. He's still going up. Right? Miles isn't crashing. So Amazing Fantasy isn't crashing. Have you seen Jim 83 lately? Have you guys been paying it? Or are people so focused on these stupid Twitter spaces that they don't see Jim 83? There's only 124 commons now. It's up over 60. Okay. It's slowly being like gobbled slowly. Are you paying attention? Because by the way, these new listings right here at 61, those are brand new. This was up to 67 or so last night. Are you paying attention, or are you distracted? That's what I'm trying to say, right? Don't get distracted by garbage. Have you guys seen this? Is anyone watching? Am I the only one watching? No, because people are buying this up. Well, other people are arguing about stuff that doesn't matter, like over and over again. This 124 of them only. Guys, don't miss out. Outage. I'm a collector and a holder. I have not sold anything that hasn't strengthened my position. I have 136 completed sets, not a blowhard over here. Dude, that is incredible. Like the set completion, that's amazing. You know, it's all a risk though. We're all here together. You know, you try to make smart choices, do your best. Ka-chow! I like that word. I haven't used that in a while. Elvin, spread love, extinguishing hate. It's just being smart, really. You know, I'm respectful. Banter is the goal. Yeah, respectful banter is great. You know, like discussion, smart points. Kobe, Veve will always be a collectible platform first and foremost. It never was and never been an investing app. Lots of people just choose to invest in collectibles. Yeah. I mean, okay, like, I don't fully agree because I do invest in collectibles. And that word invest is a really interesting, it means a lot. It means different things to different people. So I do invest in things on Veve though. Just like I do invest in toys and collectibles in the real world, you know, for pure gain, right? And it should be a collector app for sure, but we're making money here too. But that's the sentiment, right? This is not this is not the crypto market, okay? This is not some altcoin investment or a stock. It's different, you know? Sugar Shane, what collectible do you have? So you still have Boba and Robocop and Vader. Yeah, I do. I got my Boba Fett on the drop, my ultra rare. I got it. I didn't get Robocop on the drop. I had to buy that one. I have my ultra rare Vader on the drop. Still got it. You know, I'm a collector for those certain things, right? I completed my Boba set long ago. You know, I'm mostly into the comics. I only have like 22 collectibles, 21, 22 collectibles, but the ones I have, I really like. And I think they're really strong, you know? You all help me feel connected to something bigger than myself. Yeah, the community is another big reason to be here. Not a lot of people lately have been talking about the power of the community, and it's more than just owning stuff on Veve. I mean, it's the relationships you're building here too. And by the way, people who are in a negative thing, they're building relationships too. Because of Veve, they're becoming friends with their specific point of view. Isn't that kind of an interesting way to look at it? The people hosting spaces like that are becoming good buddies. You know, they have a similar ideology, similar way of thinking, similar narrative, a little group together, hanging out, having fun, you know, saying what they want, agreeing with each other. It's a club. It's a club. It's okay. You know, and it's because of Veve, right? So you got to give Veve at least credit for that. That's an interesting way to look at it, isn't it? I'm not overstating that you all helped me get through COVID-19. Yeah, 100%. Let's not discount that either. Captain Obvious, I tell my son, you can visit those dark places, but you just can't live there. Yeah, that's when you get trapped. It's true. I mean, I'm not like some like psychologist or like some life coach, but I do coach. I coach sports. And yeah, you gotta, if you're into sports and stuff, you gotta move. You gotta move on. You gotta move to the next, you know, you gotta move to the next one. You can't dwell back there. You just get trapped and yeah, it's, I mean, you know, we've all read self-help books. And if you haven't, maybe grab a few, but you know what I mean? Like this is all this kind of thing. We all know that most people know this stuff, you know, just try to apply it. Kobe, just like Pokemon cards aren't investment cards, even though lots of people decide to invest in Pokemon cards, doesn't make them investments, although investable for some. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, Kobe, for sure. The act of investing in something for monetary gain is, you know, I mean, you can invest in almost any kind of collectible for monetary gain. People invest in things for different things other than monetary gain, though. Spiritual gain, emotional gain, physical gain, investing in yourself, you know, all this. That word is used a lot when you're getting something to improve, really. So, I mean, you know, but yeah, man, I totally know what you mean. When the Pokemon card utility, there we, well, they got that, you know, that Pokemon Go game. I don't think that's connected with the cards, right? But super fun. All Chat Gaming, how you doing? I understand the frustration with the delays. 100%, you guys. I heard rumors that Apple ecosystem was going to open up soon, but I guess worst case scenario, if it didn't open up and we want interoperability. Yeah, so the delays, I don't know about the Apple thing yet. We'll wait and see what happens. But yeah, the delays are frustrating for people, you know, 100%. And that's okay to talk about. That's what we want to talk about, you know? And being smart in the meantime. What are the opportunities while we wait? If we wait, right? DC NFT restricted. Hopefully we get sorted out. Try. Oh, it's the DC NFT you're restricted on. Try to cash out and failed, so I got restricted. Interesting. I don't know how that system works over on DC NFT for when you get restricted. Is there like a people you can call or connect with, or do you submit like a ticket? It's the same sort of idea. There you go. They could ditch the app. Yeah, people can always leave if it's not what you want. You know, and it looks like it's not going to be what you want. then it's so then don't put your money into it. It's okay. Like, you don't have to. Don't give them your money, your hard-earned money, if you don't want to. If it's not for you, don't hand it over and then get mad. Just hold on to your money and wait and see what they do. But I think that people see the opportunity and they understand the power of the brands behind this, the IPs, and they know, people know deep down that this is like Veve and Bat Cowls and everything and HRO have a ton of potential. People know that. That's why we're here. That's why you're here right now, because we know, and some people feel like, Veve's shooting themselves in the foot, and they very well could be. But at the same time, I don't think they're ready for the masses, and they know that. I mean, do you know that? I know that. They're not ready for the public to come in here. The site's still being built right in front of our face, and people don't want to hear it. Some people don't want to hear it anymore, this whole patience thing. Oh yeah, we've been talking. I'm impatient. I'm getting impatient. I don't want to hear that anymore. Just be patient. Just be patient. People are getting sick of that. I get it. I totally get it. But remember, you know how long it took? Like, okay, let me just show you something, okay? See this comic book right here? See the Infinity Gauntlet comic book? See this comic book right here? Okay? You know when this comic book came out? 1991. You know when the Infinity War movies came out? 2018. You know how long I had to wait for this thing to go up in value? And you guys are talking about 6 months? Give me a break. You know what I'm saying? It took 17 years for that movie to come out from that comic. Well, you can't wait 6 months or a year? What's wrong with you? Oh, Jesus. I mean, are you kidding me right now? Well, what else are we doing? You can't wait 6 months or 2 years even, or another year. If you believe in it, it's not a problem, right? Just don't over leverage yourself and you're fine. It's okay. Enjoy the ride. At some point, we're going to look back on this whole experience. It's either going to be, 27 years. You're right, not 18. Okay. Sorry, but Woody, thank you so much, Woody. My math was bad. It's 27 years. You know how many years Sleeping Comics waits for his stack to go up in value? I mean, are you guys kidding me? Damn, man. Could you take a moment to think about that? Crying out loud. K Bacon, don't worry. Those people whining, complaining don't have the guts to be around in a year or more. They don't know what they're invested in. Yeah, I'm just saying. Don't come at me with patience. Okay? You don't belong here then. Don't come at me with that, people. It gets me annoyed that people are so impatient. Maybe I'm from a different generation. Maybe I grew up in a different time. Right? I mean, I want stuff quick. Who doesn't? I want to get something on the drop, have it go up 10x in 5 seconds. Everybody wants that. But sometimes, like Journey into Mystery right here on my screen, How long has it been since this came out? When did it come out? What date? Where are we here? I don't know, what, like a month ago? Yeah, like right at the end of the year, right? Okay, at the time, oh, hold on. The time that this came out, there's 124 now for sale. 124 of these. Remember when there was 600? It hasn't taken that long, you guys. It hasn't taken that long. Kobe, Sugar Shane, they're trading cards first and foremost. Oh, Pokemon, yeah. We can invest in sugar and other commodities too. When I buy sugar, though, it's still just sugar, even though we can invest in it. It's true. That's a really good point. That's really interesting. I love that. I love that. And thanks so much, Kobe, for the Kobe just donated memberships again. You're crazy. Thank you so much, Kobe, man. You're like, that's so nice of you for sure. If anyone grabs one of those, remember, you get a drop head NFT and we'll do the comic book giveaways. But thank you so much. And that's a really good point. If you invest in sugar, it's still sugar. If you invest in like a collectible, it's still a collectible. I love that. Agree. But instead of busting balls, let's foster old and new Veve collectors. Yeah, exactly. Right. Tron, you're very informative, MC. I dig your input for many reasons, but one is because you ran a collectible shop. You understand the business side of collecting. Well, I try to tell people. Some people think I'm just some happy-go-lucky guy. And sometimes I don't tweet my own horn too often. I don't toot my own horn, but I ran how many people in the space of ran a collectibles business? How many? And people are telling me what to do? Come on. I'm sorry. Sometimes I have to say that. I don't say it very often, but people are coming at me like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to collectibles. How many of you ran your own business? Owned a store? It doesn't mean I was the best at it, but I do have some perspective. And people are like half my age telling me what's going on. Sometimes it annoys me. I let people say what they have to say, though. It's all good. I don't try to cut people down. But sometimes people try to tell me about my own business like I don't know what I'm doing. Come on. Kobe, my point is not that a Veve collectible platform. My point is that Veve is a collectible platform, not an investment platform. Exactly. Even though lots of people choose to invest in speculation on collectibles, it's true. It's a collectible platform that you can invest in. It's true. I like what you're saying, Kobe. And the clarifying on that is exactly how I think as well. Oh, outage! I'm an OG, but not the first 500. I would have bought it back in the day if I had known. That's the thing about the OG people. I mean, would you have spent a lot of money if you were here at that time? I mean, those people deserve a ton of credit for being here then. Think about the uncertainty then. I mean, forget about today. We have stuff coming, and people are still freaking out. We got stuff coming. It's all coming. You just got to be patient. And like I said, people don't want to be patient, and they get upset by that now. The last couple of days, I'm done. I'm done waiting. Fine. Like I said, I waited not 17, but 27 years for that comic to go up. You can't wait 6 months. What are you doing here? Kobe, my 2-year anniversary, Veve is in 11 days. Nice, man. 2 years in 11 days. That's awesome. Congrats. Little fire right there. There we go. 1 year, 5 months. Nicely done. Elvin, I'm okay with no interoperability. All we need is crypto pay in and out, and tons of money will come in. Just my opinion, not a pro. Yeah, well, that feature is now being beta tested, and it's going through the system, guys. It's only a couple weeks. As long as they don't find any glitches, which a lot of skeptics will say, well, they're going to find some glitches and it's going to get delayed. Maybe, but that means they're working on it. So, it's all good for me. The poster, yeah, we caught that. The fact that they made cash out a thing gave me a lot of confidence in Veve. I thought that would never happen. I know. And it took time, and we had to wait, and it was frustrating for a lot of people. And if we got it earlier, maybe people would have cashed out a bit sooner and saved some more money and stuff. I get it. I was here. But it is here. You can cash out. If it wasn't here, then all of these concerns would be like just like they were 6 months or 8 months ago. Remember? It wasn't that long ago. Veve has said themselves, this is a collector's app. I mean, you know, they have to reward collectors, though. I mean, let's be honest, right? If it's a collector's app, then, you know, get the MCP going, and that's what they're working on. So, you know, they just rolled out that first bit of code. A lot of people don't want, it's just code. That is a big step. I know a lot of people don't think so, but it is. The code's in there now. They're rolling it out. It's coming. Get ready. Get ready, folks. You know, things are going to be different around here, and it's not going to take that much time. And if you don't want to wait, and you've waited all this time, and now you don't want to wait anymore, there's the door. It's okay. They literally showed interoperability with the Veveverse demo. They have set all our profiles are linked to our wallets. Yeah, we're going to be able to bring stuff into the Veveverse. You know, it's all great to me. It's all fantastic. I love it. Crypto heads push them to MTL and the rest. Yeah, it goes back to my comment before about the people who started the space and who were in the space. You know, some people think interoperability and, you know, some people think that means everything, okay? And decentralization. That's what's going to bring the masses in here. I don't think so. I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's bringing in Joe Public, you know, or young 17-year-old Miles Morales fan. You think they care about the blockchain? I mean, we are such a tiny community, you guys. Have some perspective about it. We're all just riled up. It's all good. This happens. This happens sometimes. It's good. It's good. Just don't dwell. That's all. All I'm saying is don't dwell. Web3 ain't stopping. It's just the beginning. Kryptoni, I can keep going. Don't get me started. I'll keep going. I'm fine. If people can like not agree, it's fine. But I'm telling you, Omar, I agree on what most will come for the IP, not the blockchain. It's true. We've already seen that. Okay, if people cared about the blockchain, they'd already be here. Crypto and all that stuff is a big barrier for tons of people, folks. Newsflash. Should I put it on the ticker down below? Should I put it like on my ticker? Crypto and blockchain technology is a barrier for the masses. Understanding of MetaMask wallet is a barrier. Do I need to put that in my ticker for people to understand? Do we want the masses? Do you want to make it easy for people to get here, to enjoy the collectibles, buy and sell and trade on the Veve marketplace, make some money, collect some stuff, play an AR? You want to move your Spider-Man all over the place and like all of this wallet, that marketplace, there, and the other? Is that really what's going to get people in here? Go down your, okay. Tell that to anybody you work with and see what they say. You already know what they say, right? You already know what people say about that to you when you tell them about crypto. You know what people say to us. Are they like, hey, that sounds amazing? Yeah. Tell me how the blockchain works again. I mean, come on, right? How about have a beautiful platform, fully armed and operational, that people can come to easily, that they can buy, sell, trade on, and make money off of if they want? A one-stop shop for all the biggest IP. I wonder if there's a platform like that. I wonder if there is a platform that does that. There is. It's being built right now in front of your face. Look, it's right here. It's not done. It has its problems. It's being constructed. It's right there. Here's another one. Another beautiful site that's working on it. getting their stuff together, trying their best. It's right there. Were you guys here? Were you guys here when this site launched? eBay? Were you here when eBay launched? Did eBay look like this when it launched? No. That took a few years. That took, how long did eBay take? 10 years? Are you talking about 3 months? Give me a break. I read most of cover the IP, exactly. Kurazimi, I couldn't care less about interoperability and Web3, although I recognize its value in increasing market liquidity and I support its implementation. Yeah, that is why people come to crypto. That's the, that, you know, like that is the mantra, right? Full custody ownership, decentralization away from the banks and all the institutions and government, you know, interoperability, being able to transfer everything around, do everything you want. That's the dream. And that exists in a lot. That's going to exist in a lot of different categories. Okay. But that, all that there as well, there's a lot there that deters the public from coming here. I'm just telling you, you give people who are love the brand an easy way to get in and they'll come. Otherwise, it's just going to be us for the next 2 years, guys. It's just going to be all of us hanging around in Twitter spaces, buying our stuff from each other. A few people from crypto will come in once they give us the wallet, you know, give us the crypto pay in and crypto payout. Some more NFT holders are going to come in. A couple of Bored Ape people, maybe some famous people will come who are into the Web3 and have NFTs. You know, maybe they'll come in here too. Maybe sweep the floor on some stuff. Maybe we'll buy and sell some stuff. You know, all that kind of. They'll drop another 75 Spider-Man comics. You know, it'll be just us. Is that what you want? Or do you actually want people to come here? Now, if this platform and others like it, you know, make it easy for people, okay, and make it entertaining and give us great IP and make it secure and safe, people will come here. People who do not believe in crypto. It can't just be all Bitcoin investors and Dogecoin investors. I'm sorry. It's just how I feel about this particular stuff, okay? I'm not talking about, you know, the Beast Project, which is like a different animal. It's a different thing going on over there with like people, like it's a different community. It's like on OpenSea. I mean, you got to look at each thing differently, right? Let's go. Here we go. Woody, masses take the path of least resistance. That's Veve. And that's okay, right? What's wrong with that? You know, why is that bad? Why do some people think it's bad to make it secure here? You're thinking of it all wrong. I'm sorry. Like, if you want people to come here, you got to change your thinking. David, you and them, you know, they know what's going on. They know what they're trying to accomplish with this. They're not telling everybody everything because, you know, they don't have to. And sometimes they don't have the answers. And sometimes they're just figuring it out on the fly. It's just the way it is. We're early. But this is what they're trying to build. And I see it. If you don't see it, it's okay. Big A. We're the same age. Nice, man. There we go. Conrad, you're 47. Another dinosaur learning new tricks. I know. I'm still learning too. New plan. Fire trucks. Yeah, that website that I built before. One of the first websites I ever built. Somebody was trying to sell used fire trucks. They came to me asking me for a website in like 1997. And I was like, yeah, because I was building websites then. Early ones. Okay. I know what I'm talking about, you guys. And so like, I built this site, okay, and it was like ridiculous. I had to go around, you know, taking pictures of websites. Then they tried to rip me off. They only wanted to pay me half. So I withheld all their photographs as leverage. Because they gave me all these photographs, like physical photographs, not digital, that I had to scan in and do all this work, do all this adjusting work on. And they were like, they tried to pay me half because they were scammers. And so I had to like, withhold their photographs, and we met in the parking lot to settle up. That was early web. Tons of scammers back then, just in a different way. Nobody cares. It's true. Nobody cares about the blockchain. We care, but nobody else does. I mean, come on, like be real, everybody. Can we be real, please? Nobody gives a crap. That's why we're all here. It's just us. Paul, couldn't agree more. Yeah, for sure. Thanks. Agree or not, it's my thought. Straight out of my bed. Veve has a 10-year deal with Disney. Does this start from 2017 when it was signed, or 2021 when we finally saw the products? I'm not sure. It's a good question. That's a good question. We'll see how that goes. And thoughts about what happens after the 10 years. Well, so, whatever Disney decides to do, people are worried about that too, right? So say Disney starts creating their own NFTs on a different platform. Well, they're still going to be here on Veve, right? See, this is the trick. Veve's got to get everybody here first. And then this is the game, right? That Veve's playing. This is the tough game they're playing. They better get this stuff done and get people here. And as the market starts to go back up, as we get into more of a bull run again on this, crypto, and investment starts to go back up, and not just in crypto, but in the, in stocks and everything too. As we come out of a recession, it could take a year or two. They better have this this thing going. They better have they better have the MCP in place. And this is the challenge for them. Okay. Because it's all about timing with the company. Now I'm willing to be patient, but like they got to hit it at the right time when people start to want to come, and they have the site nice and easy to get to with lots of really cool stuff and features, and make it easy to get into. Remember, they just tried to make it, guys, remember, they just actually are working on making it easier. Remember what they said about KYC with new accounts as a barrier to get in here? Okay, they're making that easier. Let you get in here, do some stuff, KYC when you want to cash out or sell. They want to remove barriers, everybody. Okay, nobody cares about the blockchain who's not here yet. Jeff, I'm surprised Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Black Panther prices are not higher. That's just because it's just us here. There's only so much money to go around, right? Problems arise with self-custody. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff that, I don't think I don't want this platform to be like that. And I might be in the minority on that in this crypto space, but I don't want Veve to be all like, I don't want my Veve stuff on the open sea. Okay. That doesn't appeal to me. I want it all here. I want to, work in this system here on this site, and I want this site to be awesome. And I want everyone to come to this site. That's what I want. But if I'm on the open sea and I'm involved with different projects there, like I have been, I would like to have that different. That's different. Okay. I don't want everything to be the same. Like every platform is different to me. I see benefits in both, so if I get one of the beasts, okay, a kid called Beast, I like that. It's over there. That's a whole other different kind of animal going on there. And they got to build that brand. We'll see what happens in 6 months. It's tough. It is tough. Everything looks great now. We'll see what happens in 6 months, but it's the community behind that, right? So that's a whole different kind of thing. It's okay to have different things. Not everything has to be the same, Veve doesn't have to be an OpenSea NFT. It can be different. It can be here. You don't have to be here. You don't have to be there. It's your choice. Utility will be more of a catalyst. Yeah, that's right. Add utility. Give us some more reasons to really just the collector aspect, right? Veve Zombie. This seems like such a simple problem to fix. Get more people. You have to make it easier to buy. Oh, me and me, you on me, and advertise plain and simple. It is. And that's what they're doing. They just got to get this site the way they want it before they start inviting everybody here. Because if they do invite at the wrong time, people are going to come here and then they're going to leave. And we all know they have lots of stuff to work on this app. They're not there yet. All Chat Gaming picked up an ASM 31 ultra rare Gwen Stacy with Spidey on the umbrella. Nicely done. I love it, All Chat. She's right. America's sweet for me. Yeah. Painful Monkey. The potential in the blockchain is fantastic. Yes, the technology is amazing, but not reached yet. Better to have a future-proof platform with a great potential than enter the wild west of current crypto. And nobody wants to enter the wild west of crypto, you guys, right now. That is not a selling point. So I agree with that. All chat gaming, you're making moves. Nice. Oh, you got it on the drop too. Nicely done. Big selling point for IP holders is the infinite stream of royalty for collectibles. Exactly. I hear that. This is the new world. You know, I like my stuff on Veve. I'm cool with it. I'm good. I like going to the site. I like it all there. I like the marketplace. I want more. Tang, every $2 comic could be an awesome poster in the Veveverse. Comics are clearly underrated right now. I got 600 different covers. Can't wait for it. 100%. Beautiful art. Limited. All chat gaming, thank you so much for the super sticker. You didn't have to do that. That's really nice of you. I appreciate that a lot. Definitely helps the channel. Thank you so much. Double Quill, the first and third Cars movies are good. The second is a skip. Yeah, I never really got super into the car movies or anything, but this is kind of interesting, right? So you're going to have these prototype art, is what they says. Rare behind the scenes look at the making of Disney. So concept, not prototype, but concept art pieces. So I'm guessing secret rares ×5, all under 1,000 editions. Give us that. There we go. Elvid, man, your heart is so big. Can't express how much I appreciate your words. Thanks, man. It all comes from you guys. And I appreciated your live stream too. That was fun. What's your thoughts on the Todd card on HRO? I think it's really cool. I think it's great. That's the Batman comic. That's this. That's that card. I think it's awesome. It's a card. This is a comic. That's a card. Different. Right? I think it's great. I love it. You know, I own one. I got one of those. Went into the market and bought one. I also bought the other Batman comic there. What is it? I think it's 31 or something. You know, with the castle background. It's a very famous, extremely valuable comic. So yeah, I have that card. I think it's fantastic. The Cape Crusader. Woody, I hope they burn comes soon. That with MCP might be a game changer for Flora's demand. Yeah, I know, right? All that stuff is coming. All that stuff is coming at some point, you know. And when it's here, we'll see what happens, you guys. But like I said earlier, if you can't wait a few months or even 2 years, I don't know what to tell you. I just do not know what to tell you. You know, it's okay. Do something else. Come back. Check it out. If it's not up to your snuff, don't put your money in here. Don't spend your hard-earned money in Veve if it's not what you want. Don't, like, you know, I don't have to tell you that, right? It's your money. Don't spend it. Don't give them your money if you're not satisfied. It's all good. I'm happy with the progression. I'm okay. I'm patient. I'm fine. If it's been too long and they burn you too much, then just, you know, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell anybody to do anything like that for sure. Darth, people complain because they got nothing really better to do and they want someone to listen to them. I personally don't listen to the complainers and haters. Like, the only thing I'd say is that, like, it's not, and I want people to understand this, okay? Because people get confused by sometimes about what I say. And this is not you, Darth Chaos, is getting confused. I agree with your point. It's not people complaining. It's people complaining all the time. Okay. It's like the same story over and over, you know? And I know they say, well, it's Veve over and over or whatever. Yeah. But I mean, like, it doesn't do you personally, like you, any good to complain all the time and just sit there. Look at the opportunities that are in front of you in this space and concentrate your energy and time on that side of things. Always sitting there complaining. It just doesn't do you any good. It doesn't do me any good. And I'm certainly not going to sit and listen to people do that. I hear what people have to say and go, yeah, good point. Bang. And then the next day, okay, I heard you yesterday. And then the next day, okay, I heard you the last 2 days in a row. And then the next day, okay, I've heard you 3 days in a row now. Will you shut up? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm just kidding, you guys. K Bacon. Yes, people do get mad at the companies for sure. Sometimes it's the markets and sometimes it's poor management. But I do get your point. Yeah, it's true. It's definitely true. Joshua, I've cashed out my initial investment and have been playing with house money. My collection is basically free, and that's the method. Yeah, that's what people try to do. You try to do that. Now, I know some people are like, came in at the wrong time, and it's tougher, but that's what happens, right? You still believe. You still believe. Fro, hey, MC, good afternoon, buddy. Have you seen Jim 83? Yeah, we were just talking about it. We were just talking about that. I'm sorry, I'm a bit behind in the chat, but yeah, man, as people, like other people are sitting there going, rah, 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 people are slowly gobbling up Jim 83. Smarty Pants. Investment is the goal. We all have whether or not we have to admit it or not. Just some hope to sell down the line and some flip now. Speaking of which, I'm at 427 Plutos. Holy smokes. I know, Smarty Pants. It's true. It's true. There's stuff I have on Veve though that I'm not buying for investments. I mean, like if you go to my collection right here, I like Invisible Woman. I just have one, I like my Vaders, I love RoboCop. He looks great. Miles Morales, I see him going up very shortly here. Just me. His ultra rare is skyrocketing. He's next. Not financial advice, everybody. I'm just saying. Zombie Hunt, I picked up. That's why I picked him up now, because he's still like under 400. Zombie Hunter right there. I like him. He's not worth anything, like not worth a ton. I love this Captain America. I like the bat signal. I really like Ben Reilly. I love Boba Fett. Okay, we know people don't respect him in this app at all, but I love him. Look at this Mysterio is gorgeous. Okay, there's Obi-Wan. I love him too. Miles Morales. Okay, this one's worth a decent amount and going up. I wanted my FA Spider-Man. I like the uncommon. He's cool. I got my, my Todd, and he's more of an investment too, because he's like the #1 on the app. So I want him. I got, by the way, I do not have two R2s. This is a glitch. Look, they're both the same serial number. I only have one R2, a gold moment. It's a glitch. But I love those. I got them on the drop. I don't like sell those. I love my TIE Fighter. You can see all my collectibles, the collectibles I have. These are not investments for me, most of this stuff. I just like them. And if they go up, great. And one day I might sell them. Now we go over here, different story. If I scroll down here, okay. This is a little bit more of an investment for me. Okay. I love this comic big time, but this is more where I'm investing in. If you want to talk about investing, this is where I'm looking at long term right there. So you pick whatever you're doing, right? It's all good. Sean, sup fam, with all the FUD spaces going on, I've been taking advantage of all these angry people and buying. Their garbage is now my treasure. Acquired FA Superman mint 374 for 640 and FA Robin for 70. That's the opportunities. Don't be blinded. Nicely done, Sean. When the smoke clears, everybody, there's going to be it's either going to go two ways. The app's going to die, or it's going to be really successful. I'm betting on the other way. I'm betting on it's going to be successful. All right. And if not, I'm not going to lose my house over it. Tron, are you going for Rambo when it's here? Yeah, sure. I'll check it out. I'll wait and see what it looks like, what he looks like. I like Rambo. I'll see what he looks like. I'll see what the price is. I'll see if it's something I want to buy. And if it isn't, I won't buy it. Simple as that. It's just simple. If I like it and it has good numbers on it and it's something I want, then I'll buy it. If not, I won't. Choke, how you doing? For some, the primary reason is a flex. It is true, and that is a big part of, especially NFTs and Web3 and your PFP. Owning that Bored Ape, you guys, that is a status symbol. And if you know anything about status, like we all do, owning that, owning that special pair of Jordans the sneakerheads go for, the limited edition Gucci bag. That car you drive is not always a car to get you from A to B. It's status. It's a flex. And there's a lot of that in Veve too. There's nothing wrong with that. That's part of collecting big time. Having key pieces that other people can't get to because they're super valuable. That's part of collecting. That's part of it. It's great. It's a big part of Web3. We know that. That's why the Lambo, when it comes, is going to be fun. Kobe, I invest in tons of collectibles, better gains and more fun than traditional investments. Just meant that the app itself is an investment app and a collectible app. Oh yeah, we totally get it. I totally understand, Kobe. Makes perfect sense for sure. I totally agree. New plan for reals though. The lack of exchanges for OMI is genuinely idiotic. Yeah, 100%. Especially after telling us exchanges are coming out, but they move the goalpost more on one occasion. It's true. They do that. And that's caused a lot of frustration for people in a lot of areas in Veve. And it's great to talk about that stuff and, you know, and break it down and figure it out and push Veve to do better. 100%. I get it. We need utility, but come on, they're taking this to the extreme. Cardano was listed on 50 exchanges before it had any utility. Yeah, it's true. And I don't really look into the OMI token as much as others. I'm more here for the collectibles, even though I do give OMI away on the channel and have OMI. I look at more of the collectibles, but yeah, there's that whole concern about it too. And people want more for sure. The OUP program coming up. And oh, thanks, Woody. There we go. Laugh. I'm just saying it like I see it, you know, and not everybody has to agree with me for sure, right? There we go. Yeah, 6 months, you know. New plan. We can argue that 99% of cryptos have zero utility, that they're still listed on the exchanges. Like the coin needs to build actual price history. Being on 4 exchanges doesn't cut it. It's true. Yeah, this is from earlier when I was ranting a bit. Joe, I think patience comes with age, and the older I get, the more I want time to slow down. Yeah, right. You know, that is a perspective. It does come, you know. Thanks, Kobe. G Money. People mad when they don't 10x on the drop. Yeah, I know. Oh my God. That's just conditioning because we've been, you know, early on, if you were here, that would happen every time a drop came. It's shocking when it doesn't, right? I've been through that. I've felt that, you know, I felt that happen to me too. That's the comic book. This is why I stay busy with my real job. You just got promoted. Hey, congratulations. That is awesome. That is awesome. Congrats on your promo. That's great. Choke. Amazon and Tesla took some time. Yeah, a little bit. Ronnie, how you doing? He's late. You showed up exactly when you're supposed to. Ronnie, you're good to go. And that was about half an hour ago. So sorry, I'm missing your comment right here. Captain Veve, how you doing? Good to see you. Everybody make sure you're checking out Captain Veve. Great stuff over there on the channel. I love it. How's it going with you, man? Kobe, Netflix getting us too used to instant gratification. Commercial generation have more patience. Well, you were kind of forced to. And if that's the reality of today, then, you know, these companies do have to be more on the ball and roll things out quicker. But technology moves quicker. So these days, so, you know, patience, though, it's the truth with anything. Okay. Some things will never change. Having more patience in certain things, especially if, and I'm not a financial advisor, but especially in investing, having more patience is a really usually a big benefit. Okay. It can be a bit of a deterrent too. Like it can be a bit of a, like if you're too patient, I mean, but you know what I mean? Like having some does get you ahead a lot, you know, just generally speaking. I don't think that's ever going to change. Right. So Howard, don't let them spoil your energy. Thanks for your positive energy. Yeah, no, nobody will ever. I'll get going, but people don't affect me. Okay. I get negative comments on my vids and that's fine. I read them. I read them all. You know, if it's personal, I'll delete them because, you know, like that's, if it's like personal, but I read it all. It doesn't bother me. I love when people think they can actually get to you and bother you with a comment on Twitter. It doesn't bother me. I'm telling you right now, everybody, I don't look at my Twitter comments and get upset. Sorry, I'm too old for that. It doesn't affect me in any way. You know, like a personal attack. I'm just like, whatever. I don't even know you. Who cares? Doesn't even matter to me. There we go. More fire. Danielson. I haven't cashed out once yet. I'm here for the long haul. Yeah, me too. There we go. Oh, maybe I'll clip my rant. Put it up there a bit later. Marvelous Packs. I dig your takes, MC. Don't forget the Chico Rocco. Oh, Chico Rocco. I almost missed it. I missed it. Okay, where is it? Oh, I hope it wasn't a really rare one. I missed it, guys. Thanks, MPAX. Where is it? Oh, is it all gone? Did I miss it? Oh, I think I missed it today, guys. Oh, I was ranting. See, this is what happens. You miss opportunities. There is a perfect example of what I was saying this entire time. I missed my opportunity because I was ranting about negativity. See what I'm saying? Never again will I miss a Chico and Rocco drop over that. This is exactly what I'm talking about, you guys. Damn it. Woody, MC, let them miss out. The smart ones trust, experience, and honesty. You know, grown ass man, I am. Live in aloha. You're right. I own a store. The industry is not like how many people think. It's true, living aloha. I just love it when non-experts try to tell you stuff that you're an expert in. They try to tell you. I just love that. I just go, I don't even bother. People like to think they're really smart about things they actually know nothing about. All right? Being a collector on Veve with comic books doesn't make you an expert in the collectibles industry. I'm sorry. You got to put in some time. You want to talk comics? Go over and talk to Sleep in Comics. Right? Don't tell him about comics. You know? Same thing goes with me, you guys. Certain things, don't tell me what you like. If you're only in Veve and this is your first experience in the collectible world, don't tell me about comic books in the real world. Kobe, Rob Stuff, Living Aloha, myself are all collectible shop business owners that I know of. It's helped me maneuver through Veve, HRO, and other platforms. It's just you know, it's a different area, but there is experience there that we like to share. Take it or leave it. There we go. All check Amy, thank you so much for the super chat. That's super nice of you. I appreciate that. Definitely helps the channel, but thank you so much, man. I appreciate that a ton. Zune, you got gifted a membership. Thank you. Yeah, thanks to Kobe. Zune, DM me and you'll get your Drophead NFT. Actually, I got to do my comic book rewards here any minute. So DM me, you'll get your Drophead NFT and get into the rewards program. That's what that membership gets you, Zune. So you can do it on Instagram or Twitter. And just DM me there, okay? And if you're on Twitter and we don't follow each other yet, just do a tweet and tag me in it, and then I'll follow you back, and we'll do the DMs there, okay? But thanks, Kobe. That's so nice of him, hey? Isn't that nice of Kobe? Veve collectors aren't necessarily hardcore comic book collectors. Jim 83 common should be worth at least 300. Yeah, it could. Yeah, it should be eventually. I thought it was going to be around 125 or so in the current market that we came out, around that range, above Avengers 8. You know, with Kang, I thought it would be above that, but there's a lot of money in Kang from before as the first super limited. So I thought it would be above that, but it's slowly climbing, you guys, as people like yip yap and chit chat, it climbs. So Kobe, there we go. Vance, aren't you an out of business collectibles dealer? Or aren't you an out of business collectibles dealer? No, I'm not an out of business collectibles dealer. Out of like I went out of business? No, not at all. Is that what you mean, that I went out of business? No, I'm not an out of business collectibles dealer. Nice try, Vance. There we go. Thanks so much, Living Aloha. Good to see you. Thanks so much. I appreciate that for sure. Vance, the guy invests his life in collectibles, but we aren't allowed to call them investments. LOL. Which guy? Who, me? You talking about me, Vance? I don't know who you're talking about. Me? Investing my life in collectibles? I don't think so, brother. You got to watch the channel more if that's what you think. Joe, hey, what's your opinion on the upcoming DC drop? Yeah, I did it at the very beginning of this. Just rewind and go back. I talked all about it. Very good comic on DC. Super fun. We talked all about it right here. Just go back to the beginning so I don't have to rehash. We went over Go Collect. We went over to the DC Marketplace. We looked at it there. We went on to eBay and checked them out there too, Joe. So just rewind to the beginning of the stream here, and you'll be able to see it. Good comic. I'm going for it. Should be fun. You know, and the Devil Dinosaur. These guys have collectible stores, but to us, they're not investments. The double standard slayers. Guys, collectible shops aren't investment stores. They're collectible stores where people come in and get collectibles for fun. Kids come in, adults come in, comic book collectors and investors come in, children come in, people having fun, fans come in. What do you think? It's like an investable play? Have you ever been into a comic book shop? It's not an investment store. It's for fun. People invest and people don't. Kids, I mean, like, what are you talking about, man? Kobe, Vance, you're free to do whatever you like. Exactly. There we go. Well, I think you know what we're talking about here. You can invest in them if you want. We already covered this topic. It's all good. I appreciate what you're saying. Let me just back up a bit. I appreciate what you're saying here. You're telling us there are investments for you, but not for us. Nobody said that at all. So I think you missed the point. The point is that you can invest in collectibles if you want to. Okay? But they are still collectibles. It's not like you're buying stock in a company, right? It's that kind of thing. Choke change. My funds can't even keep up with the current ease to collect on the app. Ah, it's true, right? It's true. Yeah, I'm back in the comments. I got to catch up here, guys. Yeah, there we go. Captain Veve. He's not angry. Vance, when guys who make a living selling collectibles tell us they can make money from collectibles, but we should not expect to, is BS. Who said that? Did I say that? You can make lots of money doing collectibles. I don't know who you're talking to, Vance. I'm really sorry. I don't understand where you're coming from. Are you talking about me saying that you can't make money? Or are you talking about Kobe? I think you're missing the message here. We can all make money with collectibles, right? Buying, selling, flipping, trading, investing, you know, I think we're on the same page here, Vance. I don't think anybody's disagreeing with you there. I want one day to hear my boss complain about bots so he feels my pain. Oh, Drew, go Lakers. Yes. LeBron's the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. It happened last night. I watched it, sat down, watched the moment. Very, very cool. Lakers all the way. I wish they won the game, though. That was a crucial game. They had to beat Oklahoma there. So hopefully they'll get in the playoffs. But yeah, LeBron, number one all time. Undisputed. Can't deny it. It is what it is. Say what you want. He's number one. There we go. Chico and Rocco. Yeah, I forgot. I'm so sorry, you guys. The store business is the products we sell are not necessarily for investments. Most modern products we sell are for consumption and thus not investments. Yeah, most of my store, you know, it was all newer toys and stuff like that with the vintage toys aspect. And my store didn't go out of business. I literally closed my shop on purpose and went back online because that's the way the world is going. You know how hard it is to keep a store open? You know, the customers want to be online. So I went back online with my shop. I'm good. I'm good to go. Also, my neighborhood was being overrun with drugs. It's just the reality of what happened in my downtown core of the town I'm in. Very sad. So like little kids and stuff and families would only come once a month. And they're opening up a soup kitchen down the street from where my shop was. And I totally support those social services, but not near a little family-friendly toy store. So it became a place where the location became a concern for me. I've talked about this a lot, you know. There we go. Oh, the Tuku, I missed the Chico Roccos. Never again. Well, I missed the Chico Roccos. Conrad, Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. One of my favorite movies, by the way. Ronnie, and eBay still has problems they're working on. Yeah, eBay. I've been selling on eBay since 2008. So yeah, issues there for sure, but still a really good platform for selling and buying and, you know, collectibles and stuff. But we're still working on it. We're still working on it. That's a negative, Ghost Rider. So Devil Dinosaur right here, by the way, he does have a connection to Ghost Rider. Just so you know, look him up. He's got lots of connections to some of those, like, you know, by the way, you know, with this month, we're probably going to get Blade, you guys. Blade is probably coming to Veve with Black History Month and stuff. I would hope so, because that would be super cool. Big A, if you're using Veve as an investment to make money, you should first understand that it's a high risk and high reward invest, and you should only be using excess funds you can't afford to lose. Yeah, we've talked about this a ton. We've talked about this a ton. That's 100% right, Big A. GTM, a lot of people crying are crypto get rich people, not investors or collectors. Yeah, that happens too. It's just the patience factor of it all, right? Tell me how the blockchain works again. Nobody wants to hear that. If I go to my comic book shop and tell people about Veve or Bat Cowls and I go, the blockchain, they're done right there. You know, at least for now. We'll see how it goes, right? MC telling you to decentralize Ds. I want custody of my NFTs, though. Is that a big ask? On Veve, possibly, yeah. In this particular platform, just because they want to keep it all on the platform, and the IPs really want it there too. Remember, Veve did say that some IPs, you'll be able to take them off, or at least move them, you know, like some of the art stuff possibly. So it really, I think, is dependent, you know, and we'll see what happens with that. I'm cool with leaving it all on Veve because that's the kind of platform it is. All right. That's the kind of place it is. It just is what it is. You know, I know you want that, but Veve might not be the right project for you if that's what you want, you know, like with the Veve stuff, because I don't think that's going to happen. And the sooner that we accept that, the less, you know, anxiety it's going to bring, you know, unless, of course, they give it to us. There you go. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think we all know that. G Money, I got scammed once and only once is a terrible feeling. Yeah, I know. It had it happen to me too, for sure. Tiwi, I'd like custody, but don't want to lose access to have help getting it back if it gets stolen or buy something and it was previously stolen or frozen and I can't do anything with it. Yeah, for sure. You may not want it, but the masses do. I disagree with you, Le Chatain. I think the masses don't give a crap about that at all. That's why they're not here. That was my point. It's just my opinion, but the masses don't care about interoperability. Maybe the crypto masses do, but those aren't the people we want. We want the masses who don't care about blockchain and wallets and all that stuff. It's pretty clear to me that nobody cares except for us, you know, and it may be important to people who are here and the current customer base. And that is an important thing to recognize for sure. But if you want this thing to grow, I don't agree. I don't think people care. And I think it's evident because they're not here and they haven't come here. And that's just the reality. I think we all need to start really looking at and asking ourselves that question. If we want this platform and these other platforms like, you know, Bat Cowls and all that stuff to grow, you know, that's not the selling point. It really isn't. It is for crypto people, but not for, you know, not for like the current teenager necessarily. In my opinion, that's what I'm seeing. Now, I could be wrong about that, but that's what I'm seeing. I'd rather have them in my wallet. Too many people get their account locked. Yeah, that is a big concern, Philip. And that's one of the things that is the risk about being here. People get their account locked and it's brutal, right? That's not good, you know? And so then you're stuck, right? So that is a risk, you know? Also, you know, if you have your stuff somewhere else, you could also lose it there too. It's all kind of risky in this space. You know, in the early days of the internet, like I said, if you put your credit card into a website, you were taking a big risk. You know, you were and people were freaked out about that. That was one of the major roadblocks to the development of like of the internet. Like people actually signing up for accounts and putting their personal information in there and their credit card numbers. That was a big deal. If you were alive during that time, you remember like how scared you were to do that because the whole thought was that you were going to get ripped off, your car was going to get stolen and all that kind of stuff. Now people put their credit cards in, they don't even think twice. It's just over time, right? As things get better. Pixel Trader, number one rule of business, never make it difficult for your customers to spend money. The easier it is, the better it is for growth. It's true, and that's why we're not growing. JTemp, a lot of people don't understand Veve is a company that has held that help large IP holders to make their first steps in Web3. They want to take baby steps and not jump blindly into the space. Yeah, and their communication has to get better, and they have to uphold their promises, and they have to do all that stuff. Everybody agrees. Everybody agrees. Le Chatain, I like FTX until they lock down withdrawal, so I'd rather custody of my own. Yeah, that's a big, scary concern. It is true. It's a big, scary concern. And that's the space we're in this time period. So, you know, no one's saying that couldn't happen here on Veve. Veve could lock the doors and we're all stuck. It is true. So then you have to decide, you put your money in or not, right? That's just the reality of it. We all know that's the case. I'm actually not worried about it. Some people are, but I'm not. Clint, don't forget Justin Turner from the Dodgers has a golden moment R2. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's kind of cool. Living Aloha. MC, don't sweat it about this is what happens when it's about making money and when the values go down. I bought a Stanley Funko. I don't care that it's not worth anything. I love it on my shelf. Yeah, I got lots of stuff in my Veve vault that's not worth a ton. Like all my comic books. Like look at my comic books on Veve right here. I got one copy of all the Silver Age stuff. I went out and got every single Amazing Spider-Man comic that there is, except for that the one with Hammerhead that's worth like $800. I haven't got that one yet, and I don't have 252. I want that one, but those are all great. They're for fun. Look at this. I got this Fantastic Four here. It's not worth anything right now, but that's okay. Not everything I buy is. I just love looking at this. I mean, look how gorgeous these comics are. To me, I love it. I just love it. So, Vil, have you seen the floor comment of Fantastic Four 52? So many bot accounts are able to buy a valuable comic. I know. I was talking about that earlier, that, you know, the Black Panther comic just got slapped with bots. I mean, check it out. Like, here it is. I bought myself a nice 3-digit. Let's go to the floor. Let's check it out right here. It's hard to see here, but like, a lot of this stuff is a private account, bot city. As far as it looks like, you can't see it on my screen here. On your phone, you can really tell. And by the way, that little phone like update was kind of cool. Did you guys see that? Little phone update. We haven't even talked about that. Living Aloha, I'm about to grade an Amazing Spider-Man 8, and that is an investment. Yeah, that's nice. See? Grading a collectible as an investment. There you go. Bonk is on more exchanges. Oh, you're talking about instead of Omi? Yeah, it's crazy, right? It does need to get on more exchanges for sure. VV Dell, hey MC, what's your thought on the comic Marvel Werewolf by Night #2? What's your thought on the comic Marvel Werewolf by Night #2? Ooh, look that up. Let me take a quick look. Number 32? Are you talking about number 32 right here? I'm not aware of number 2. Sorry, VVDL. Do you mean number 32? With Moon Knight? Because it's a pretty good comic. Woody, I missed a Chico Rocco. Oh, no. All Chat Gaming, thanks again. What are you doing? You're crazy. I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Paul, so much sense being spoken. I'm trying. I mean, I'm not right all the time. It's just my opinion. I love hearing others as well. Alvin, oh, come on now. We don't say that. Let's go. Everybody has their good opinion here. Berto, have you talked about the Green Lantern comic? Yeah, sorry, Berto. Just go back to the beginning of the stream. I spent exactly at the beginning of the stream talking about it. I will splice that out and upload it as its own separate video, I think, just because I talked about it. Yeah, let's give everyone their thoughts, guys. Come on now. Dunning-Kruger, effect is cognitive bias where people with low ability, expertise, or experience regarding a certain type of task or area of knowledge tend to overestimate their ability or knowledge. The Dunning-Kruger effect. There you go. That happens. That happens. I don't argue with people too much. You know, people tell me they don't know what I'm talking about with certain things, and I just go, whatever. You know, let's keep it civil, guys. Rare Crime Beats. Dinosaur, good spec book with the animation show coming out. Definitely going under retail. No rush. Yeah, totally Rare Crime Beats. This is coming out here, but look at this. It's funny. It's just fun, right? And yeah, there's a first appearance character that's kind of fun, you know. I mean, I just like, and it's a Ditko comic, you know, very famous. I like it. I like the comic. It's not gonna be worth anything, but it's fun, right? Crazy that MC knows what he's talking about. Like when you're in a solid project like a Comey, patience is the key. I think I do anyway. Ronnie, so many people lost money on bets that game. Yeah, for sure. Jordan is the GOAT, Sugar Shane. MJ. That's a big argument. I'm not going to get into it for sure. Veve Franz, how you doing? I'm going to Disneyland next week. Nice. So excited for these Cars posters to take AR pictures in Cars Land. That's cool. I never thought about that. I've never been inside Disneyland. So I've been to downtown Disney, but I've never been inside Disneyland. So New plan. I meant to be fair. HRO allows DC NFTs onto the OpenSea, so it's understandable that people want to know why DC NFTs on Veve aren't interoperable. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I hear you. You know, it just is the way it is at the moment. You know, I hear you. I mean, you know, like, are the DC NFTs on HRO on OpenSea for HRO? Or are they on the IMX? Are they on IMX? Because we're supposed to at least get Veve stuff on IMX historically. They did say, right? Yeah, so, you know, I don't know with Veve. It could be because they're different kinds of things, like, you know, they're collectibles, right? As opposed to like cards. So it's pretty interesting. We'll see. Andrew, the top 20 Fantastic Four commons are bots. It kind of looks that way. I know, you think with this KYC thing that would be gone. There's only a couple of them, right? World By Night 2. Oh, it's under Marvel Spotlight. Duh. Okay, I'm sorry. I was having a brain cramp. There we go. Let's go to Marvel Spotlight. Sorry about that. Thanks, Rare Grime. I was having a brain cramp right there. Where is it? There it is right there. Yes, it is. It's a good comic. It's got good value, and it's also very limited, right? It's very rare. Check it out right here. How many editions of this one are there? This one's a very rare, very scarce. Oh, I lost it. Hold on a sec. Let me go back. There it is. You know, I think it's probably worth what people think it's worth right now. I mean, the Werewolf by Night show came out and it was cool. It was a one-off. They're going to have to do more with it. But, you know, it's one of those comics that in the real world has good value, decent value. You know, I'm not all over it for sure. It's all right. I mean, it's very nice. If you have this comic in the real world, you're doing really good. On Veve, if people don't really recognize it that much, I think it's just because of, you know, Werewolf by Night's not that famous. They did do that one little bit on him, which was kind of cool. So we'll see where it goes from here. But, you know, cool comic. I like it. You know, I'm not buying it at this moment. Even though you could sweep the floor on that one for sure. Want Godzilla or Pacific Rim? Yeah, I hear it too. No, it was my mistake, Veve Del. Thanks, Rare Grind Beats, for pointing that up. MJ 1, Kobe B, LeBron 2, Kareem B. Yeah, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. Magic 3A, there you go. And don't forget Bill Russell. There you go, Pixel Trader. HRO stuff is on both IMX and OpenSea. Yeah, right. So I guess, you know, people do want that for Veve as well. We'll have to see what Veve decides to do. If they don't do that, it's going to be, you know, it's a different platform. I know it's DC. You know, it just is what it is, you guys. Let me just get to this, guys. I got to get going soon. I really want to thank everybody for coming. I got to do my comic book rewards right now. So let me just get to the comic book rewards for everybody. Hold up. Okay, let's do this right here. We got our comic book rewards every week here on the channel for drop head holders, for members. So if you're a new member, make sure you DM me, because then you'll get your drop head NFT. You'll get into these rewards. Simple. This is the first comic going out to my members, the facsimile of Fantastic Four 52. No bots here. This is a physical copy right here. You'll get it. I'll send it right to you. Okay, it's right there. Second comic is Uncle Scrooge. This is from 1954. This is a golden age with the same artist as the one that dropped in Veve. Very early comic. It's a physical comic. It's in, you know, decent shape. It's kind of a beat up shape. It's a bit rough around the edges, but here you go. See, this one's going out to my members today too. Then we got a Bronze Age Submariner comic going out. This is when he attacks the surface world, you know, because we had Black Panther come out and the Submariners in there. So this is a cool copy. 1971. So very, very early, this is on the edge of Silver Age. Some people call this still Silver Age, but I put it in the Bronze Age category. But it's a whole thing right there with New York. Then I have a Silver Age World's Finest with Superman, Batman, and Robin battling the first appearance of Dr. Zodiac, you know, the horoscope guy. If you're doing any predictions for the future, this is the guy you want to talk to. This comic's going out. This is another physical comic from the Silver Age of DC Comics. Really fun. And then I got this newer comic This is an X-Men, all new X-Men comic right here with Miles Morales. You can see it right here. It's actually a beautiful cover. So I want to throw a Miles Morales comic on there. So that's going out to my members. Now, someone's going to get a spot in the chat. If you want a spot in this reward giveaway, type in the chat right now, drop head 1, and you'll get a chance to win. I'll get you this NFT right here as a giveaway. You'll get a chance to win, you know, one of these comics today. And I do have a comic book that I'm going to be giving out to you guys in the chat in just a second. A comic book that I'll send to you that someone's going to win today just for being here, just for hanging out. A physical comic. But first, let's give you a spot in these rewards. Then I'll quickly do the rewards because it only takes a minute. We'll see who wins of my Drophead member community. And then I'll do the comic book reward in the chat. So if you want to stick around for that, have a chance to win a real gold. I'm going to give you a Bronze Age comic here, a nice one. It'll go out to you in the chat right here. So let's go. Drophead 1s, type it in the chat. I'll give you guys just a second while I grab that other comic that's going to be going out for a giveaway to you guys, okay? Just give me a second right here. It's going to be a good one, I'll tell you. There we go. It's almost ready, you guys. Keep typing. I'll be right there. I'm grabbing your comic. Here it is. This one is specific. I'll show you what it's timely, you guys. It's timely with community sentiment. It's timely. There's a message behind the comic I'm going to give away. I'll get to it in just a second. How many people have entered? Okay, let's go. You'll get a spot right here. So what happens is, excuse me, if you win this comic, DM me. Give me your wallet address on the, you know, for the OpenSea, because these are on the OpenSea. I will transfer this NFT to you. But before then, I'll put you on the list right now for the comic book rewards. You might win a comic today just by getting this. That would be fun. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm scrolling the chat with my eyes closed. Just doing a scroll right here. Whoever I land on is going to get this comic. Sorry, this NFT. You got it? Here we go. I'm going up, going down, going up and down and around and up and down, down, down. I'm stopping right there. And who wins this one? It's Ronnie. Ronnie wins this one. Nicely done, Ronnie. Random winner right there, Ronnie Lido. Okay, Ronnie, so you got to DM me your wallet address anytime. DM me now, whatever. I'll send it over to you, and you'll get this nice little drop head number 1. Now, he qualifies because he has the Blind Box logo on his shirt. Any of the drop heads from my first collection on OpenSea with this Blind Box logo get you into the comic book rewards. If you want to get a drop head from my Series 2, which is a separate project, those get you into all the rewards. They're more powerful. There's only 800 of those. This one has about 5,000 of them, so that's why this one's specific to comic rewards. So there we go. So I'll get you on the list right now, Ronnie. And then you just DM me after, and I'll send it over to you today, okay? But in the meantime, I'll add you right here to the list. Another spot right here. There we go. 1188. Okay, so Ronnie, this is you. You're in there. So if that number hits, you win. Okay, there we go. So in the chat, just so you know, excuse me. I don't know if you guys heard that. I burped a bit. Sorry about that. So live stream right here. So this number right here, any of these comics can be won by somebody here in the chat too. If this number comes up with the random number generator, then someone in the chat will win the comic. Number 1118. So that's the number you guys want right here. The rest of them right here, we got 1188. That's the amount that we have right now. First comic up for grabs is the Fantastic Four 52 Facsimile Edition. So hold on one sec. Let me just bring up the random generator. Bring this up. I like to use it up here on, just on Google. Just keeping it simple right here. Let me just remove this right here. Okay, let me just show. I have to do this on screen so everybody knows that it's all randomized. Okay, here we go. We have 1,188 entries. Let's see who wins the first one right here. Boom, 694. Let's see who wins that. And I'll show you guys in just a second. I'll tell you. 694. Okay, that's Dubola. Another winner. He's cleaning up. He wins the Fantastic Four 52. Okay, now we got the Uncle Scrooge comic. This is going out to another member. This is this Uncle Scrooge right here. See this? 1954. Okay, Carl Barks. This is him right here. You see that? Okay, so this one's going out. Let's see who wins this one right here. Let's do it. Number 19. Wow, that's an early one. Okay, let's see who's number 19 on the list. Number 19 is Hinano. Hinano wins it. If you're still in the chat, Hinano, you won the what do you call? You won the Uncle Scrooge. There you go. Are you still here, my friend? There you go. Uncle Scrooge, you win it. Congratulations. Okay, let's go to the next one right here. Okay, let's see who wins. This one is for the Submariner comic. So this one is for this one here. Okay, this is for the Submariner right here. See this one? Okay, nice Bronze Age. Gotta love it. Let's see who wins. Click it. 434. Let's see who won that one. I will post these up in my Discord as well. So you don't have to be here if you're a member to win. You know, I just do this live so everyone can see the generator. 434. Oh, and look, it's Painful Monkey. I think Painful Monkey's on a bit of a win streak. I think Painful Monkey also won last week. This happens. We got tons of members. You never know what's going to happen. Now we got the world's finest. Okay, Painful Monkey, there you go. Now we got this beauty right here. Look at this. Look at this comic right here. World's finest with Batman. Superman, Batman, I, Dr. Zodiac, have read your destiny in the stars. I predict that if you dare to stop this crime, you will die. So, you know, he's predicting the future, you guys. Who knows what happens with Veve? Maybe we need him to predict the future of Veve. Okay, so let's go here. Let's see who wins this one. Let's generate it. 587. Who's that on the list? Let's go right here. 587. Let's see. Who are we here? No way! Hinano, you won again in a different part of the chat. I mean, sorry, a different part of the list, Hinano. That's a double winner. That's the first time I think that's ever happened. So I don't know if you're still, are you still here, Hinano? He may be gone. He had to work. Oh, there he is. You won twice, Hinano. You won twice. You get the world's finest, and you got the what do you call it? The DuckTales or the Uncle Scrooge. Very cool. And that, I think that's only happened one time where someone wins twice. It's just random. Okay, so the last comic right here that we're going to do for the drop heads. And I got one for you guys in the chat too, like I said. The last comic is this, look at this all-new X-Men with Miles Morales. Look at that. It's a beauty. I love it. Let's see who wins this one. Let's generate it. Bing. 647. Okay, let's see who wins that one. Let me just go. I have to go down the list here. 647. Oh my God. We have two double winners today. This never happens. Painful Monkey won again. So Hinano and Painful Monkey, you both won twice. Nicely done, guys. You guys deserve it. You have a lot of drop heads, but that's crazy. Okay. We're all done with that. There we go. Let me just remove that. Now we're going to do one for the stream right here for the rest of you in the chat who waited, because I got one for you guys too. So Ronnie, you're on the list, and you know, you're on the list permanently. Just DM me or get your wallet address. But look, Dub won this one. This is the facsimile edition, so that's super nice. And then Hinano won Uncle Scrooge. And then Painful Monkey won Submariner. And then Hinano won World's Finest. And Painful Monkey won X-Men. It's crazy. We never have double winners. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles, folks. That's the way it is. Now, I got a comic for you guys right here. This is for the chat. Okay, so this is for you guys in the chat. Now, this comic right here is timely. Okay, and this is a very nice comic, you guys. Decent value. Okay, I can't believe people left. People left? You have a chance to win? Okay, that makes it easier for the rest of you. Check it out. This is what you can win right here. Action Comics. number 417. Okay, this is a nice Bronze Age Action Comics right here. Okay, we're talking 1970. Is it 1969 or 1970? It's around that time right here. Look, there's a stamp on it from the library, just like DC. October 26, 1972. Now, the reason I'm doing this one, the reason I'm doing this comic for you guys in the chat, and actually, while I'm doing this, you can type in Action Comics. Type in Action Comics. This is how you enter. Just type in Action Comics as many times as you like. Just don't do it as a paragraph, separate entries, right? Action Comics. I'll tell you about this comic. Look what it says right here on the front. This is the reason I'm giving this one away today. Thanks to you, Superman, we've got our friends in the Hall of Hate. Conspiracy of the Crime Lords and Metamorpho strikes again. So he's turning on his friends in the Hall of Hate. And look, Batman's tied up. Lois Lane's tied up. Jimmy Olsen's tied up. Don't succumb to hate, my friends. You only hurt yourself and your friends. There's my message of the day, you guys, for this comic book. This one's going to go out to somebody right now. So you got to type in Action Comics. There you go. Type it in. Keep going. And whoever I land on, you got to send me your shipping address, and you'll get this comic book right here. And this is very timely. Okay? No hate, you guys. Only love. Let's go. Let's go, community. Let's go. Action Comics. You guys ready? I'm almost ready to do this. Okay? I'm going to go. I'm going to scroll. Whoever I land on is going to win this. You guys ready? Let me put this down right here. I'm ready to go. Let's go. And we're scrolling. Up, 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 up. Down, down, down to down. Up, 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 up. Down to down, round, around, up and around, up and down. And I'm stopping right there. And who wins this one? It's Sugar Shane. Sugar Shane wins Action Comics number 417. Congratulations, Sugar Shane. All you got to do is DM me your shipping address, and this comic is yours. Now, let me see that you got it. Let me know down below in the comment section that you saw that you won. That way we can confirm. Otherwise, I got to do a rebound in case you had to leave for some reason. Let me know. You know, react to the fact that you won, and then we know you're going to DM me. There you go, Sugar Shane. Conspiracy of the Crime Lords. Conspiracy. Thank you for coming out to the live stream, Sugar Shane. This is what it's all about, you guys. And you look at these people. They corrupted Superman. They made him hate his friends. All out of conspiracies. Don't let it happen, my friends. Take the high road. And Sugar Shane, this one's for you. So just DM me, and I'll get you that comic book. I'll ship it out. If you DM me today, I will ship it out today. So DM me right away, okay, on Instagram or Twitter. Just with your shipping address. I won't show up at your door. Don't worry. But I'll get that out to you. Anyway, guys, we got lots of comics handed out. Thanks so much, Sugar Shane, for that. Thanks to everybody for spending some time with me. And yeah, moving on forward. We'll have some fun. I share my thoughts. I am just as passionate as you guys. And I just want you guys to know, like, any opinions you have are welcome here, as long as they're respectful. You know, sometimes I get personally attacked, and I don't listen to that. But everything else is great, you guys. Share your thoughts and opinions, and don't be shy to, you know. But don't dwell in the negativity. Don't dwell in that place. It's no good for you or anybody else. You know, we got to push this space forward and not sit around, griming and complaining. But I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Good luck on the drop tomorrow. Like I said, if you want to find out about that Green Lantern comic, I actually put it at the beginning of the stream. I started the stream off talking about that Green Lantern comic. I think I'll splice it out and upload it as a new video because I talked about it specifically. And then if you want to watch that, you guys can. But yeah, good luck on that. And good luck if you're going for the Dinosaur one. And we'll see what happens with these, these cars posters or whatever. I'm not too interested in that kind of stuff myself, but we'll see if the numbers are good. Maybe I'll go for that. And we'll see how things go over the next week. I'm waiting for Lambo. That's what I want. But we'll see you guys online and all around. Thanks for coming out. And any new members, DM me because you get your your drop head NFT and access to my rewards programs. Next one's coming up are the Veve gems. And that's coming up in a couple days, you guys. Win some Veve gems, and everybody loves Veve gems. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Happy collecting.